Let's see if this actually works. Let's see if people actually show up. I'll wait like 5 minutes maybe. Play some Tetris in the meantime, I guess. Ian's waiting for people to show up, so doing what I knew how to do best. It is the first time not playing on something that is my laptop monitor in a very long time. It's certainly better, but still not used to it, so I'm a little, believe it or not, actually a little bit slow. Okay, you know what? I'm playing survival. There we go. This is my favorite. This is my favorite mode. One of my. It's really up there, even in all the Tetrises. Oh no. That was actually pretty good. Usually I don't get down once I start climbing. After this game, I should probably put text just saying, waiting for more people to show up or whatever. Oh my god, this is bad. Oh, that might be it. Oh, that's definitely off. Okay, that's 2 minutes. That's not bad. Okay, if we can get up to 20 people, I'll just go ahead and start. But I'm actually enjoying myself right here, so hopefully this is not, like, oppressively boring. Oh, that was wrong. Do the viewer numbers lie? Oh, good point. Oh, okay, we're at 20. Okay. I'll make this last game. I swear. I swear. Fine. Okay, so I'm back home. I went to work today. I am now in normal life. And yet, I still can't stop thinking about this tournament. So I want to go through it. There's a lot of stuff that happened on the screen. There's a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes. And I want to go over as much of it as I can within, like, a reasonable amount of time. So without further ado, let's get started. So first off, what is the Jonas Cup? The Jonas Cup is an open dash tournament held in Portland, Oregon at the Portland Retro Gaming Expo, formerly the home of the CWC, now the home of the largest North American dash tournament. And what is dash? Dash is the delayed auto shift. It is a playstyle that's where you, for a vast majority of the time, hold down the button and the piece moves on its own. It's magic. And it's very technical. Think of it like the butterfly stroke of swimming. Maybe not as fast as freestyle, you're not going to get like the best times, but it's still impressive because of the technique it requires. And that's fun in itself. So the tournament was held over a period of 3 days. I went a day earlier. And it starts, of course. Wait, did I freeze? Oh my god. No, what? I'm not frozen. What? What are you talking about? Oh, you're talking about me not having a brain. That's right. Okay. Well, it starts with qualifying. So I was in the second qualifier slots of 3. We have 90 minutes to get as many max outs as possible.
4, 3, 2, 1, Tetris!
Let me know how the balance of the audio is, and I'm gonna go ahead and speed this up as well. We're not gonna watch through all of this.
Shouts for Buko, but no Buko present today, which saddens my soul. I heard he was supposed to be here, and then are my dreams to be shattered? Maybe, maybe he is.
Buko did appear. He was very next day.
There's some hope there, and there's still some fall slots tomorrow. Saturday is gonna be an exciting day. Yeah, we have a whole, well, we have 3 sessions, so that must be a third of it.
So I tilt. Okay. So this is the very first game. I can tell that it's not gonna be my best. But I was still hoping to like put up a somewhat decent performance.
Really He's got the yapping module in full effect.
So we go ahead. And we keep stacking. Actually, and I'm playing, and I'm whenever I qualify, I try and compete with the people who are next to me. So I'm like keeping tabs. I'm keeping tabs on like Dog, Scooty, and Andy, of course. So we go. Yeah, I'm gonna go up to the points where yeah, you can see it's maybe not like the best showing that I've had right now, but this isn't horrible if I can get out of it, but it doesn't work out, so I'm gonna have to restart again. And like this is a lot of time that I've lost. All right, I think that I can optimize this really well if I can just stay consistent. And I know that it's not impossible for me because well over a year ago I had 6 max outs in a row in competition. And I've never been able to get anywhere close to that. So I keep going. And I see the I see the other 3 are like doing like quite well. So maybe Scooty not with the greatest pace, and I guess he did have a restarts, but he's still alive. He's still further along than I am, at least. He stacks up so high for that one. That's impressive. But yeah, Andy about to get the first max outs. And Dog about to follow very shortly afterwards. Scooty in a bit of a situation, though.
Ooh, he's fine. And boom, that's Randy. That's gonna be max. Out the gate. Strong statement there from Pixel Andy. So often does he max a little more than a golf clap. You got the cowbell. So I will cowbell him. Yep. And doesn't use it again because Dog's not far behind.
And now Dog is playing. Let's take a look at Dog. What is Dog doing? Dog is playing really nice. Scooty has to top out.
If Scooty keeps maxing, then that might be the kicker. So not a waste of time. We'll see.
And Dog gets his max out right at the very end. Uses the burns very optimally.
Yep. We've seen it before. They push each other.
Rather impressive. And yeah, Scooty and I still looking to get our first on the board.
But now seems really on point. So I think that's a nice note. No fractal. You look a little different every
So let's actually do some analysis. Let's see what happened here. Okay, so I go for the center wall. This is all fine. Perhaps this was my mistake, building up too much in the center where I could have burned and kept everything a little more flat. But then this happens, and I decided to submit a kicker.
Ran into trouble in that last 20 lines or so. So yeah, both Scooty and Fractal having 500k kickers now. But with the confidence to just have a good run now and just keep maxing.
Okay, so this I'm talking to our judge. Our judge is me, by the way. I get very slightly tilted. Should have just been a triple probably, but it was quals. I was not necessarily feeling like I had to be tournament safe, which maybe that's the thing I need to work on for the future. Yeah. So I have gotten used to just starting immediately after games, just making sure that's I think judges have usually been fast enough that they can just take the picture immediately and it won't slow me down at all. I know that people for the non-stream qualifying stations sometimes they'll have to wait a bit, but I just haven't expected that. So I ended up starting the next game right before meme was ready, and the game was not officially recorded. So I think I get slightly annoyed, and meme's like, "Oh well, you just get. I'll make sure to record the next one." And I'm like, "Surely there won't be a next one, right? Right." So let's go a little into the future. Oh, what happened? Okay. Okay, so let's see. Why did I get into this position in the first place? But yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not great. And Andy is I think he just got his second max out or something. Yeah, here I need to go pretty aggressive. So I'm trying to stack for it. Nail quick tap right there. And we continue to play. This is not great, but here it's what, 6 Tetrises and some nicer burns, and I can get it. And I get one of them. But now a bit of a disaster. I missed the T-spin. I wanted the T-spin. It's not like it would have helped me there. And now I'm kind of just trying to go for the kicker. I think I actually try and I'm thinking about going second for 1 extra. But it doesn't go. So we are 20 minutes in, and I do not have a single max, and I've tried multiple times. So things are not going great.
That is, of course, unless he goes against me in round 1.
You also notice that Scooty just jumped up. He only just got his first max too, and he's at 2, Dog's at 1. So with a 968 kicker at that, so it's been a bit unfortunate for everybody except for Andy. How's it going, Wally? Thank you very much.
I don't know that I would be the king of silver either, because I think there's gonna be a lot of good players in there. That's true. We've got so many heavy hitters. If any of them falter, silver could be stacked. But I mean, that's kind of the beauty of it. I like that they're having a silver this year.
Well, we continue. And now I am finally on a run that I would consider to be decent going into 24.
And Fractal's still on a good run. Yep. I think we got pretty good hope from both Fractal and Dog. Yep, Fractal definitely within range here, getting that first max king. Doesn't get the touch. I don't think I have dash charged. Really needs that long bar at some point to come.
But yeah, I stay so high up. I got pretty lucky with that bar. Chris Tang was correct there. I did not have dash charge.
If you know you don't have dash charged, it's better to flat drop the long bar rather than.
But yeah, I can afford to take it a little safe. I'm feeling more confidence in the max up at this point. And then yeah, that's that S piece. I don't make that move frequently, and then yeah, Dog with another unfortunate thing. So it ended up being kind of a tilt session for all of us. And yeah. I get my max out, so now I know that I'm tied with Scooty, so I'm gonna try and catch up. And we go again. And as it turns out, I'm doing pretty well. I'm going to fast forward right here because once again, I'm on pace.
Good game here. Get that second max on. All right.
And you'll notice that Scooty's about at the same line count even though time has passed, and that probably means that's
Nice clean board for Fractal, and boom, there's a Fractal 848.
he has not
More maxes on the board.
been having a great time.
Or current. I mean, I guess it's a different year, but current Jonas Cup champion.
Oh,
Right?
that's right. He is the defending.
And yeah, like he's like wearing earbuds. He cannot hear anything.
Yeah, of TTWC. So I guess I'm just used to saying that, but current.
He was listening to actually Scooty was trying out a new strategy of putting on a Gotham chess video
One more Tetris will do it.
while playing, just to have like some sort of background noise that wasn't explicitly music.
Max for Fractal.
So I see like a sea of 2 maxes, so there's a lot of
Yeah, I got 2 maxes in a row, and I'm feeling pretty good now. I'm feeling like maybe I've shaken the rust off. For real, maybe I can actually start putting on some real
And
attempts.
these are the heavy hitters. These Andy Dog, Scooty, Fractal.
But unfortunately, it does not work out that way.
You throw them into a different kind of tournament, and they'll all be up there. Oh, maybe does.
And yeah, you can see Scooty is
Oh, it's,
not having it.
Make top 8, he'll be on mic, but we'll hope that he does make top 8.
just knowing Sharky, I think he'll make top 8.
But yeah,
Yeah, looking forward to that. I'm actually
let's see. Let's see what happens to him. He's pretty close right now, so like this is realistic, but not impossible. But yeah, that's a weird placement to the right. That kind of cuts off his stack right there.
I'm not gonna get to accommodate that, but you know, for calls tomorrow. But
And there was a drought that would have sealed it
I
anyways.
think I'll probably be at Red Bull doing commentary over there.
So
Ooh, and
Oh, Scooty, so
almost a
close.
max. Oh, it's the chair.
yeah,
It's the chair. I'm so sorry.
Oh, but if he does, you know,
That's a
get
heartbreaker.
5 maxes in the end, that kicker will still do him some good. So.
Yeah.
meanwhile, Andy is he's at 4 already, while like all the rest of us are struggling. He's like barely dropped any games,
Wow.
and when he does, they're all really early on.
And this strategy
Or
was used
actually, but there's a 927 there. So that's still a lot of games of his are making it quite
in
far.
that second year, it was still B mode, and they said it's 19-0, and he walked in and played 1 game, got 7 Tetrises.
But yeah, let's take a look at Andy right now because he's about to max out again. Let's see what he does differently from the rest of us. So he gets the bar there. All right, there's a drought, but it doesn't matter because he was low.
It was.
Yeah, the B mode was.
And he's stacking a little aggressively. He needs it to maintain a good surface.
But yeah, this is better. You'll learn.
And there's another max for Andy.
And yeah,
Number 1 seed. 5 maxes.
he just does it. And now, meanwhile, I'm on such good pace right now, but I think this is where I make a
Andy taking the water break here.
number of
You
blunders.
know your top dog? Well, not dog,
Oh
but
yeah,
top Andy.
no starting strife.
And you can see, so what happened here was I stacked up a little too high. And there are a number of things that I think are debatable
And there's another max for Andy. Andy is officially number 1 seed.
about here, and I would be interested in opinions on this.
5 maxes in.
Okay, so first off, this one. All right, I tend to think of this left side as pretty accessible. So I'm okay with making the right a little bit higher, but looking at the board right now, I can see it uncomfortable. This one is devious. I do think the square is supposed to go left, and it pairs really nicely with the J, but you don't know that. So what you're looking at, what you see when you only know of the square, is that there is this massive hole in the center, and it completely chops up your stack. So I thought, oh, if I fill in the square, I'll have a nice, large, flat surface. I can build on top of that. Wait for like any number of pieces, right? Like square, Z piece, S piece, L piece, all work. Bar also works great. You don't even need to quick tap for any of those.
927 kicker.
But 1, 2, 3 pieces, and I guess that's the thing that I need to get into my head is that's with just 3 pieces, which is I think kind of like a bit unlucky but reasonable to wait for like a 3/7 thing. So actually let's think about this. So 3. Okay, so
Way to start.
It's official.
It happens
here, let's see. How many pieces do I wait till I get something that will work
Andy is
there?
officially number 1 seed.
So
5 maxes in.
we're here. And then now there are 4 pieces that will work for me right now. So let's say 3/7 chance of something bad, and the bad pieces are an L and a Z and a T, or J, Z, and T. Sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then finally the L piece comes. So let's see. 3/7 to the power of 4 is 3%. So there is, at that moment, a 3% chance that I wouldn't get something out to the left, and even just a singular piece there would make the whole problem a lot easier to solve. All right. Now we go to 5, which I think was there. That brings it down to like 1.5%. How's it going, Foiled? So these are all like pretty small numbers. Like you have to think, like if I'm in that situation, 97, 99, 98.5% of the time, I'm making it out of there. But the thing is, if I'm going to be putting myself up this high like constantly throughout the entirety of the tournaments, which I feel like I have to in order to like have the best chance of winning. And it's not just like about like putting myself into the ring. I want to distinguish myself from everybody else, and I'm shaking the table right now. So I will stop doing that. But this is my strategy, and this will be a theme going into the tournament, is that I reach for more. I go for more adjustments. I try and stack a little bit higher, and it's because I think that if I do this, I will have the pace advantage, provided I can make it to kill screen. All right, and if I can do it enough, then I can tolerate an early top out or two. Because even if my opponents, like even if Andy is able to like just like take an easy win off of those, if I can make it so that I have the advantage for all games that make it the distance, and enough of them that do make the distance, I don't think it's an invalid strategy. It is blotto at the end of the day. Oh, Foil, this actually happened to me Saturday night at CDWC. We were at a Korean place, and they brought out one of the dishes, and it was one of those ones with a really hot plate, and I like grazed my thumb while trying to pass it to somebody for a second, and it like slightly burned. But fortunately, this might seem bad for a DAS tournament where everyone uses their thumbs to play, but I hold the controller like this, and my thumbs were completely unaffected. So my grip was entirely fine, and I put ice on it, and it was all chill. Probably not as bad as what you were going through. So when you think about it like that, then yeah, this like 1% chance probably should be a bigger deal, especially if you're playing a lot of matches. But it's good to know. But I should have counterplay, right? I can just burn this L piece. I don't burn the L piece for some reason. I think I try and hold out a little bit more because I'm also thinking, oh, I can probably burn this top half because the left is developed by this point. So Chen asks, doesn't Andy have the stat advantage over you? How does that work? And that is a great question, because it goes into something that Scouts put in his most recent video talking about Andy statistics. So I previously clowned on the Scout stats, like purely because in 2023 they underpredicted me by a lot. But a large part of that was that they didn't have all the data. They do have a lot of data on me playing DAS fairly recently, and it does show that on average I score worse than Andy. But just as important as like having enough data to like make some valid statistics, you also need to be looking at the right kind of statistics. And the one that Scout points out for me is, I think, pretty emblematic of the way that I see myself, which is that my 75th percentile, so my like best like quarter of the games that I play, is higher than anybody else, and I think it's by a non-trivial margin. Sorry, the data missing in 2023 is that I didn't play. So what this means is that there are a lot of like less impressive games that like have like really long down stacks or immediate top outs. But if I can get past those, and let's say they happen like 60-75% of the time, then I'm scoring really well, and I can outperform Andy. So there is math that can indicate that it's not just a case of like whoever has the better average just wins overall. All right, there is subtlety, but I don't want to get into that right now. So let's take a look at how I don't do the. Okay, so the T doesn't go to the left, to the right, I mean. And that's probably the big mistake, because that makes the stack a lot nicer. I don't know if I should be able to see that TS like this would make the stack like bad. The strategy still doesn't seem optimal for beating Andy, possibly. The other thing is that I play better in live events. Like, especially ones that like I am taking as seriously as Jonas Cup, because I will like be rested. I won't be like, for example, running an entire tournament. I have been practicing. So yeah, and then this is kind of unlucky. I think I'm desperately trying to avoid putting weights on this hole, and I think in tournaments I do end up playing safer, which is another sort of protection I have. And then by this point, I'm not going to get a JP's.
Top dog, well, that dog, but top Andy.
And it's just, what can you do? I am hitting quick taps. That's nice.
Oh,
and
Fractal.
Fractal is
Yeah.
top.
But I mean, like Lucy, think about Blotto, right? You can have somebody who like puts the same number of soldiers on every single tile, and you can have somebody who like sort of like tries to stack a little more, like cluster a little more on some of them at the expense of dropping others dramatically. Think about intransitive dice.
That's just like.
All right, medians are not everything.
Yeah, the Pixel Andy show with a awesome consistency.
And we will begin to see this, I think, as people get more optimized.
The picture is crystal clear, and what I want to say about this is.
But yeah, I talked about there. I'm not happy about that because that transition was, I think, like a mid 600, which is really good. And then we continue for a while, and I don't really get anything.
Yeah, no, I can see that too.
I'm gonna try one day.
I'll try that next time I fire up Helldivers too.
Here, let's see. Oh, okay.
723, also looking really good here for Max.
And now we are finally on a run once again. I'm gonna watch my stack. Let's see what I'm doing. This is horrible.
Yeah, and they want to have that momentum going into the last.
But I get 2 bars, and I am getting quick taps. Like you see, that's a hard one right there. All right, so let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, was that only 9? Oh, yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's a 10. 10 high 4 quick tap. Oh yeah, and Andy's already at like 7 by this point. Look at his kicker. Look at his kicker. This is ridiculous. We were talking to each other, and when we talk to each other, it is just like constant trash talk. And I ask him, so what was the story behind the 999? And he just looks at me for a solid 5 seconds. And then he says, yeah, I'm just bad. 25 to 40% very likely wins isn't enough when the chance of the other games is so high. That's fair, but also... it's not like they're like far, like the games are like that far anyways. You need more international. Yeah, so I hit a 10 high, and this is important for me because, as some of you may know... Oh, do I already have 3 by this point? What the heck? Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is my 3rd. So we're gonna rewind a little bit. Now this is crazy pace. Let's see what the transition is. Oh, it's 6,172. But yeah. But yeah, okay. I don't want to keep talking about this points because it'll become way more relevant later. But like, I basically want the way that I win to be to outplay everybody else, and that means that I have to go for things that are just like other people think is barely unsafe, and I think is barely safe. I'm not good enough to where I can use this to win every single time. But if that is the final place I want to be, then there's no reason to not push for that as much as possible. So yeah, crazy transition, and I carry it through, and like these pieces are just easy.
Get some more Tetrises. Ooh. Well, doghouse, but that doesn't matter because
Like that's the thing. I am making all of the moves that a majority of Tetris players will make in these moments.
Pixelandia running another clinic. This guy might as well become a doctor because he's running clinics all over the place. Although this is the trouble. This is a little bit of weirdness. Nah, he's got it.
Yeah, I mean,
never mind me, guys.
Okay, so we see something interesting. We see that we see this kind of move. This is one of my favorite moves just because people tend to not notice that, even though I think it's like quite good. And yeah, while I'm doing that, I'm also like looking for the adjustments right there. I'm going crazy aggressive. I don't know why I set up for this. That's pretty bad, all things considered. But I will get out of this, and now I have the pace. So I get bailed. It happens to everybody. That's just unlucky, I think. And I actually knew that I wasn't able to get the max outs right there. Yeah.
Got the long bar 1-2.
So that's the third, and now Scooty tops out
High kicker.
like right at the end again. He's not having a great call. It's very similar to my qual from 2020,
Kill screen play.
2024
Oh my god, that was the same game?
Jonas Cup.
What the heck?
I had many 900Ks that time.
I know for a fact he's not rolling.
I was not happy with the results.
He's just that good.
We gotta.
The thing that gets me is
So,
near the top.
but now let's take a look at what I am doing right now. I have started on level 19.
Bro is fighting.
And
Sometimes you got a mullet, man.
if you take a look at the timer, you might be able to see why. I'm trying to get in 2 games before.
I guess.
So it's actually not as like obvious as you might think. If I can get an early 18 max outs, then I would have enough time to get one more game in, but I don't trust myself to really have that good pace, like be able to do that pace on command, so I go with 19 instead.
Yeah, with that. Kill screen play. Gets another level 30.
Oh my god, that was the same game?
All right, it's a bit of a weird trade-off, but
A little bit of mulling.
the nice thing about this one is that if I fail, then I'll have one more attempt
He's just that good.
at 18.
The thing that gets me is the survival up near the top. Like usually that's a death sentence in DAS, but Andy making it look easy.
But yeah, they're not going to notice that I started 19 for a while, so I'm just going to go. Is 19 max easier than early 18 max? Well, the other thing is I don't have timestamps memorized,
DAS run is for the last 2 games.
and I know that like 19 will like definitely get me there.
Your max, and then play that last one when time expires.
Like I think I could top out right now and then restart and like still have a decent
Or
chance.
maybe he's just gonna walk away. Wouldn't that be a power move? Then if somebody beats him, he'd be like, bro, I walked away.
Or like if not in here, surely by like 30 lines,
He's
which
got a doom scroll.
is not a bad gambit.
He's actually been editing a Wikipedia page in between games.
Andy, he doesn't play 19 enough, and he really should because like
So we are getting kind of
to be blunt, back-to-back 19 is so free and nobody's going for it because
Because it's so smart. Dang.
I don't know why. I mean, it's like probably unpleasant, yes. But yeah, take a look at Scooty's face right now.
Stop talking now. You get tired after you talk for 90 minutes, folks. I've run out of things to say.
Bro is not happy. I think we skipped his pop-off too. Actually, let's see if we can find it.
19 starts or something. Throwaway game there.
Oh,
So yeah, definitely.
he's a second kicker. 0. Both the highest and lowest kicker of the tournament. From Pixel Andy.
But he just like straight up leaves after his second max out, I think.
But yeah, it looks like 8's gonna be the upper limit here.
Yep, if he can get it. I mean,
He's been so consistent,
guys,
guys.
someone's got to be human.
Here, okay, 5:45:27 right now.
Record.
Yeah.
Watch Scooty, look at his face, man.
And broke 2 records by having a kicker.
I say this in the best amount of faith that I can. We were talking about it after the we were all at Burgerville and we were talking.
Scooty with a
That cowbell.
And we got the bell.
He was that second max getting on the board there, and
And then he just
We
leaves.
don't get one of them Red Bulls.
yeah, get that red.
He
Bull
said
dog.
later, yeah, it was rough for him.
Yeah, I was walking around
For sure, he did end up with 3, which is like crazy. Like that's the same as my like perfect call from last year.
I'm upset that it wasn't.
He said that he was planning on just like taking a walk regardless of how the game turned out.
Sugar-free one, but he did. So
I also heard that apparently his legs were
sugar-free
shaking
Red Bull. And I can't. I'm on keto, so I don't drink sugar.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
during this time. I think it was just like that much tilt. So yeah. So we're gonna go back to my qual, and there's only 3 minutes left, so
Looking really good for dog here.
I really have to lock this game in.
And Scooty's about to transition here. 5-9 is a really good kicker here for Scooty. Don't know if it's enough time to get another run in, but
And my goal right now is I do not want to play Andy. I do not want to play Andy
6-17, 6-18 now for Scooty.
before the finals. One, because like
Fractal 7-23, also looking really good here for Max.
Yeah.
I'm telling people that I just don't want to knock him out that early, and the other one is that I kind of want to make it back.
Unless he does reset.
My streak that I care about is yeah. Look.
I do want him to go into the last run too.
Okay, we're ready to watch
3 and change.
this.
Well, 3 should do it.
But now at this point, it's possible. Not like
Here we go.
There's one. Drone Tetris for dog, 974.
great odds, but like should be comfortable. If I can get this next Tetris, then I'll need 5 in the last 30 lines, and that's like the baseline, right?
Tetris for dog. Another max out.
But immediately this happens, and I have to figure out how to deal with that.
So this is critical.
And now it's
1 minute and 40
getting
seconds
very tough, especially with this deck,
Scooty might not have time to.
and I don't have the time.
He's got some stuff going on.
I probably should have played a little safer to try and like nail a kicker, but it just didn't work out.
Still time on the board.
But because I do the 19 start, it's kind of a shame that I had to use almost all my time just to get something that didn't even improve my qualifier.
Oh, Scooty needs all of our so badly. Ops.
Ooh, this is tough.
But yeah, no, and Scooty and I,
That run.
We're on to
he had a lot of like very far runs, and
Yeah, Andy and dog really able to make the most.
like this is maybe to be like kind of expected in a sense, just given how the actual tournament went. I'm actually curious on people's thoughts on this. We'll talk about this, but people were not getting max
Making the
outs,
most of this game is really all it's about right now.
and Andy in particular was not getting max outs at the rates
mind meld. So stay
that he
tuned.
was getting right here, and it's not like it was because his opponents were early topping. Like he had some very close calls.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
0. Zero. These are
But
your
yeah, now we have to go for this last game. And now I'm going to skip towards the end because I have a clip.
You need to dig for your by crack. So, high transition score.
All right, so I'm here. My pace is pretty good right now. So I want 700k by level 24, so
Dog is just a little
having that early is great.
mostly just staring.
Okay, yeah, this should be one lower. I don't know why I wanted like that much space, but the surface is nicer. Oh, there are the boxes here. Am I gonna rewatch matches? Yeah. I'm trying to speed through this because I want to get to the matches. So I think there is a mistake here, but it's subtle enough that I don't feel bad for noticing. I guess that's like too much bump with this, but I feel like that's kind of hindsight more than anything. I would feel uncomfortable with like standing this up immediately. It's not even like adjustable or that adjustable. Actually, it kind of is because it's centered enough, but nobody's going for that because nobody does the tech except for me.
Further into the game,
So yeah, swear comes a little too early. That's so unlucky. That is unreactable.
26.
Fractal does have some.
And I'm just thinking, oh my god, is this gonna actually happen? But as you can see, I get it at the last second. Was a panic move. I didn't have enough. I wasn't fast enough to like figure out the correct move there. And you could have seen that I kind of just locked that in immediately because I wanted to like make more flat surface. And then, yeah, okay, I'm gonna go back to one-time speed here because this is I should die here.
Something to fix though. Now I'm staring at
Yeah,
that.
a little bit dependent.
Yeah, so that's not good.
Pieces.
All right, I go flat. This, like, look at this. I think I believe there's a burn right here just because like I see the 4 wide and the flat sync works and I don't compute it in time. All right, I make a mistake. All right, other people have made this mistake before. Other people will make this mistake, but I have made it right now and I'm beginning to realize it. This is an 11 high. All right, and on top of that, I do not practice 4 quick taps. I do not practice 4 quick taps. That is until earlier that day where I did a lot of 19-4 practice because I have to adjust from LCD to CRT timings every time I go to a tournament. So I nail it. And it feels weird. It feels weird to me because I'm not used to that timing. I'm not used to it feeling like that fast. And then I nailed the 8s right after,
Great last
which means I got the wall charge in the middle.
He's back in it.
And then I can take this burn, and now I'm set up for another burn. And I take the Tetris.
Tetris for Fractal, 762. Amazing dig there by Fractal.
That is not the best dig of the tournaments. I think we all know what that is, but I think especially given the stakes, like look at my seed right now. All right, if I ended up here, then I would have played Andy in top 8s. Because let's take a look. Scooty is going to get this final max. So he's going to bump me down. I believe Alex gets 4. Oh, no, I would have been 10. I would have been 10. Oh, no, I would have been in the freaking bottom right bracket. Okay, that would have actually been better for me. Okay, so never mind. But regardless of this, I'm looking at this and I know that I'm like dangerously close to like facing Andy in like a super early rounds. 10 is same brackets. Same bracket as 7, yes, but I end up like 6, I think.
Fractal.
And back to staring at dogs.
But yeah, at this point my pace has like substantially decreased. Dog misses a quick tap.
Hang of the long
That was like kind of a weird board. I don't necessarily blame. I missed an adjustment, so that's kind of cringe of me.
Classic. That's tough.
But now I'm in the same. I'm basically in the same position as the 19-star game. I need 5 Tetrises from this point.
Yeah, the long bar, filled it in nicely, but just
So let's see what
time
happens.
and flat burning or flat placing it on the right might have been.
I was okay.
Using a L or a J to clear the left side.
There,
might have been the way to go to survive that, but time was short.
Oh yeah, I was 7th. Yeah.
And
So this is not great. I have 6 burns now. Now 4 burns.
And they're both
Both are in striking distance.
So I need my bars, and Scooty's in a better situation than me. He's looking for his third. He wants
But he's close.
good one. Take a look at Zro though. Zro top 16 at this point.
Gets one.
That's really good.
Yep. That's gonna take him to transition though. So
And then I nail it.
yeah, there it is.
And then I don't practice 29, so I didn't really have any chance on any of those. But my offline runs have been getting decent. Not as good as Andy Scooty, but
he's got some time to get the board under control to make sure to
but
get
yeah.
that
Let's take a look at what Scooty's doing. Okay, GG.
Boom, Tetris for Scooty. And 1 million. Yep.
And that ends it.
And I think he's gonna go for 30.
That's huge. Yeah.
Like,
So
might as well be 9. And yeah, like at the halfway point, he had played pretty much perfectly and had 4 and a high kicker, and now has like basically a beat kicker at 8. So that's one for the record books. Is probably gonna stand.
So yeah.
At least a year.
So really quickly, I want to talk about. Okay, so that was qualifying. I spent more time on there than I wanted to be honest. But I end up with 4 max sets, so I get 5th for the time being because Wallband gets another one at the very end as well, and he has a higher kicker than me. And then there is still another qualifying session tomorrow, but today, what did I say when if you might continue going? There's a bit of a spoiler. I meant more up there in the finals. Like I do, there is something that is really cool about like being there. I will probably go. I think I will keep going to events. Like I'm getting enough experience with running them that I think I might become able to contribute there. But I do like competing. From Bidwell. But now it's Mindwell time. All right, here we have Zro with his brother. The brother is cool. The brother is good at Osimania.
This is amazing stacking from them. And another Tetris going to be coming.
And yeah, there we have Niemans. I'm really glad I talked to Vance at the after party. He told me all about the oh, nice spin. Vance was telling me about what AOPS Academy is like. But the team that I was on for the 9-0, and there was relay earlier. I did not take part in that. I was busy doing other things. But for Mind Meld, the team is myself and Sharky, and we have teamed up for like so many Mind Melds, and we have this extremely high winning streak. I don't think our combination has actually lost ever. But when we start playing, we're so washed. We are so washed, and I don't have footage of this because it's offline. But you can even see in the early stages, we are being a little sketchy.
2, 1, Tetris.
So we are up against Team Reed. And now Reed was supposed to be at this tournament, but had to back out due to personal reasons. So this was a team made in their honor. And now this first game is like rather close. I think Sharky and I are communicating well, but we're making a lot of misdrops. And yeah, like that. Like a lot. Basically, they are my faults. I rotate too late there, I think. But yeah, at this point, they're gonna catch up to us. And now look at this. Yeah, we miscommunicate on that. That's one of the harder ones, I think. And we're not gonna be able to get over this. And I'm gonna turn up the volume here because this is wonderful.
14,000 point chase down. This is not a gimme here, especially in Mind Meld. And especially with that misdrop right there, still needs 12,000 points, and the speed's starting to increase. We are on level 17 speeds now.
And about now, the chanting starts.
Reed is not out of this yet. 9,000 points to go. Doesn't have a lot of time before we get to level 19 speeds. Needs to keep lining this. We got the cheering section in the background cheering Team Reed on right now. Get louder, everybody. Get louder. Cheer them on. They're all getting louder. They're getting louder. They're almost there. They got 6,000 more points to go. 6,000 more. And they're dead time. They got it. Completing the chase down on level 18.
They tied their score, exactly.
1-0 on Team Sharkdoll. That's what I'm talking about.
But we lock in. Sharky and I rust incredibly quickly over this sets, and we make it to the semis, where we have to play a rematch from last year, I think. And now it has become more difficult because we have to do 18 starts.
I'm not sure what that white background board is right now for Dog and Andy. But they're playing. So let's introduce our team.
What prompted the name change? I came up with something funnier.
A different name from Shark.
I wasn't there last year. Okay.
It's Farky161.
Okay, what was Sharky talking about then? Okay, I was going off of what he said, but yeah, you're right. Oh, then look at that. Which, okay, I make the better decision there.
DM Gitaru. Is that Dungeon Master Gitaru against Player 4, otherwise known
But we are struggling with the speed.
Player 4 makes them sound so much more intimidating. It's like Ready Player 1, Ready Player 2, call them Ready Player 4. Like they're that much more advanced, aren't they?
That's right. And it looks like we got some trouble up here on the top for it's Farky.
Oh, this is not good, Farky. I think Farky should have
So we miss a lot of the quick taps with Mind Meld, and I think that was I think it's just like harder when you're not using the same timing as you do. You were with Scooty on Mind Meld. Okay, so we did play Scooty. You guys were good. I remember that. Didn't even mention your great joke after the I forgot what you said. I'm sorry, Arctic. But hello. But yeah. Actually, I have a question for everybody in the chats. When it comes to Mind Meld, who has the harder job? The only time that people choose. Yeah, that's right. That was good. That's really good. All right, we have some differing answers in chats, but I think the consensus is that the burden is on the rotator. And this is a bit of a weird thing to say in some aspects because like rotation doesn't require anything precise. All right, and like they have like far less like options to consider than the person who's actually shifting the pieces. But it turns out to be way more efficient for the rotator to make basically react to what the shifter does. And so what you'll see me trying to do, at least, is I'm trying to wait until I see where Sharky's going, and then I will make the rotation. So it is essentially, think of it like adjusting every single piece. So naturally, like Sharky is like good at stacking, especially at dash stacking, so he will make sensible defaults, and I have maybe best adjustments in the game, debatably, arguably, I don't know. Second best to Dangler, but pretty good nonetheless, so I'll be trusting my reaction time. If any of you have played Osu, it's kind of like Hard Rock in a sense, where you're focusing in on like maybe fewer circles, but like the reaction time needed for them is greater. If you flip early, other dude knows where to stop. But that's the thing, then that puts the burden on the other person. And generally, like especially because communication is so hard because there are too many different types of stacks for words to describe when you're like only really practicing at these events. So it's easier for just one person to take care of it, and I know that I can most of the time, but I do mess up. All right, we're able to rally through. I think if Shifter calls out where they place, that is true, but can they do this? All right, I noticed Sharky, and like, this is no slight to him, this is just how it works. He wasn't talking like a ton. A lot of times he would go silent, a lot of times he would say things, and like I would just like tell him that I agree. But he wasn't doing it at every single piece, and that's the kind of consistency that you might need. That one, you can see that I stood it up right. Yeah. The other cool thing is that I am in position to make a majority of the adjustments. But it's, yeah, quite fast. I make a decision there. I'm not a big fan of that. And we're just like trying to make sure that we're on the same page the entire time. So yeah, and Sharky is also like I think rather good about like trying to like play it straight. I think reflexively like we'll like try a shift for an adjustments without like knowing that the other person will react. But Sharky can simplify his stacking. a lot, where he won't go for any of like even the obvious shift adjustments.
Give them what they're due.
It's Farky, another
Yeah.
Tetris, 77,000. Scooby-Ant's going to answer back 74,000.
But it's difficult, and yeah, we're able to tie it up here. And I don't want to spend too much time on this because I want to get to the actual matches.
All the way. So there will not be any 15 starts like we had in some of the matches early in the event. Tetris Video Game Bros 186, 101.
But we do pretty well all the way throughout. And on one of our Sharky and I's practice runs, we made it to level 26, and we were getting Tetrises along the way. So like pretty good promise of like good matches by this point.
Oh, a little bit of a twist.
Love your Wi-Fi. Thank you.
I was about to say, I don't know.
Setups, format.
About 60% of the way up the
But
board.
yeah, now we're definitely at the advantage by now because it's so hard to dig out of these things. But they're Scooty and Wallband are finding a way in spite of that.
All the while they've been doing this digging, it's Farky has taken a pretty significant.
It's wall.
And it's
Stay as locked in as possible.
And then we keep going.
Think it's
Forget what happens at the very end. But yeah, this is going really far. It's about to hit level 19.
someone earlier.
And it's hit level 19 at the bottom, actually. And like, obviously, the
And the obvious positions are the easy ones to set up.
highlights...
The real challenge in this mind meld is when you get something that's you've got a lot of different options and
The highlight is the brother combo. And they like barely practice mind meld too, so it's like they're kind of learning from each other, but
down on the bottom.
they have good intuition.
Bang!
Wouldn't that be close to world record? Our transitions was really bad at that time.
2-0 lead for the video.
There are definitely higher scores. I think it ended at 500k. But yeah, here this was just unfortunate. I think I forgot what happened. Oh,
On the top row, it is still a 2-1 lead for It's Farky.
oh. Wait, what was going on? What was he going for?
Still a 2-1 lead for It's.
Oh, he wanted the tuck. But that's like not obvious. I think Wally was assuming that he would go left. So he was like probably waiting for the piece to like move all the way to the left, then he would rotate. But the piece wasn't moving at all, so he'd need time to react to that. And
197 to 136. And we got a placement.
I don't think they recover.
Actually, down 80,000.
Yeah, like oh
It's Farky. Just rectify right now.
no,
Down 80,000.
no, I made that misdrop so many times.
220 to 139. I'll make that 243 to 139. Still in dig mode. Oh, there's another little bit of a hang for Scooby right there. Not able to get that O tuck down to column 6.
But yeah.
The hole right there is not going to have a
Like these are technically, I think, the fault of the rotation person on rotations, which is Wally in this case. But it's like when you're that high up and it's reaction time, and it's like
It's over for
you're trying to focus, but then you focus too hard. It's hard.
We have your finalist.
So you have to play against. I don't want to go over this too long because I want to get to the matches, but it's almost been an hour that I've been live.
really excited.
But I throw pretty much. All right, let's see if we can get to something that's exciting. Okay, what happened?
Almost Tetris. Oh,
Okay, that was dual miscommunication. I don't. So what was? So yeah. This I thought I wanted to make the adjustment at the end to like keep the stack flat. Sharky wanted to make the adjustment to have the flats be on the right, and we both reacted at the same time.
oh, was trying to make a setup right there.
And then that one, I don't know what Sharky was going for, but I wasn't trying to react at that point. I was just like making a guess and praying it worked out, and that's what you can't really do as the person on rotation. Then I do that.
Oh no! Video game. Both teams are in trouble right now, but Video Game Bros have a 5,000 point lead, and hold on. Same.
But now they take that,
Too much conflict over here.
and now we're keeping pace with them again.
Counter line. It's the lead back. Still true. Say that. Bros. He's found
Not one.
given the competition there.
But yeah, these faces aren't great. Like they've had better. I think we technically had better at some points, but
But mentally,
we're keeping up with each other. But I don't remember what happens. I think this is the first time we've gotten to 19 in a match.
For them to get the lead back, they were starting to fall behind by a little bit. It is only 3 lines away from transition.
But yeah, 450 for us, and then they're like kind of high up. So
No, that S piece did not help at all.
yeah, we're trying to just like be quiet. That's it's another one. It's especially hard when there are multiple rotations that could work in multiple like positions like this. That was Sharky's. I'm sure that was Sharky's plan from the entire beginning, but I couldn't tell that until the very end. So that's an example where I think you kind of have to like plan that up beforehand.
One line.
But what do you even call out? And you have to, like, if you want something with like any sort of position, it has to be practice.
Slight lead right now. Oh, look at this. Only 1,000-point lead for Farky. Both teams about the same height digging right here. And we got a miss drop from Farky.
And they missed he missed the quick tap again, and that's probably because he wasn't like quick tapping while like having the controller in the normal time. Yeah, I think we lose the next one, and I think it's like I just throw.
Video game bros just want to end this.
Yeah. Okay, so I don't know. I thought that Sharky would like.
He's already taken. Video game.
That congrats to Andy for letting us first. No spoilers. No spoilers. I might have won. So. Okay, I could have reacted to that, but that's hard. He probably wanted it in an O down or whatever. But that was panic, and now we have to start guessing. All right, squares are nice. That was I don't know. Was Sharky? Okay, so I guess Sharky was thinking flat there. I didn't even consider that. That's funny. No, oh, you were talking about my mouth. That's funny. I see. No.
It's Farky is done, and the video.
And then I go crazy. Arms in the back having a good time. And that was second place. Aha! Second place to Pixel Andy. Anyways. Let's move on to day 2. So day 2, there is one more qualifying. And then there's what is this? And what? So we can take a look at the brackets right about. Oh yeah, using Niners playing again? That's crazy. That is crazy to me. And then, yeah, we can see bracket here. So let's take a look at my bracket right now. And actually, let's take a look at the qual numbers. Oh, it's right there too. All right, so Alex is able to beat me. So if I had 3 maxes and an 864, I would actually be right at 11. I had the lowest kicker out of everybody, so 11 would go up against 6, and then 6 would go up against 3. And that is the bottom right brackets. So, if I had choked the max, I think I would have technically had an 8. Yeah, 11 would be the AV bracket. So, okay, it did work out, just not the way that I thought it did. But that wasn't what happened. So now we can take a look. This was a cool thing. Zempro was redoing all the spreadsheets and did all the brackets, and he had the great idea of being like, oh, why don't we make the ones that we aren't going to get to like really small? So we did that. And now you can see everyone's names, and you can like everything is just like 10% bigger, which is a big deal. Let's see where I'm at right now. Okay, so now I am either playing for my one match on Saturday. I'm either playing Remy or Beast Shen. And by Siege, Remy is the favorite, but I really want to play Shen. Sorry. I really want to play Shen because we've been talking a lot recently because I've been helping him promote the new game that Enhance is releasing because I love that game to death. So we've been hanging out. We played some Luminous Arise after, at the end of the day, got some other people to try it. I think they were impressed. I hope they were impressed at least. But then afterwards, I have one of the more unfortunate top seed draws. I have Robin, and you might notice that this flag is not in North America. No, she came all the way from the freaking Netherlands. All right, and like she is a DAS world champion. Won CDWC DAS back in 2024. against Geo of all people. So that's like kind of a big deal. But I have that, and then top 8 is not great. It's one of these two, probably. Which, like, that's just tough. Only one side of the bracket had all non-Americans. That is pretty funny. Yeah. And then bottom right, people will call that the easy bracket, but that just means the bracket of less, like, famous people, pretty much. So, like, it is still full of people who will mess you up if you, like, do not, like, play well, which I, of course, have a tendency of doing because I'm the inconsistent player. But I would prefer that over to the bloodbath that is this side. Like, look, Blue Scooty, Dog, Andy. Coal Bucket made a crazy run all the way from 44th seed. Beat Red Shirts, who like also had a crazy one. PB twice in qualifiers. Ryan Hamburger is in that quadrant. Ryan made gold. So yeah, we have to go through that. Ryan goes through here. I think he mauled crazy commentary duo. And actually, I'm doing commentary with Sharky.
3 Tetrises available and very, very close scores.
On the main channel, though, so not on this channel. But I think it was nice for me to be able to do commentary and like have it be received well, because last year's Jonas Cup was like the first time where I did commentary in front of a pretty large audience. And I got a lot of criticism for it in the comments. Because I was talking too much. I would interrupt Vandy a lot. I was too fast. And I had some good ideas, but I needed to like sort of reel it in. And especially with Sharky, who like also feels very confident in his skills and therefore like wants a large portion of the mic. And to his credit, he's very, very good about like giving space. I definitely think better than me in this. So being able to like go with him, have it feel at least reasonably balanced, and then have people like think that it was fine is pretty good. Which I was, yeah, they were. I kind of want to read that back. I don't think the chat log still exists at all, but I did try and improve on the feedback like pretty directly. So that's more of a sign that I have. And you see, man, no, that was good. That was good. I do not regret that. That was good content. But yeah, Huff Vance is a banger. And then now I'm on CT2 because they put us on the side stage. They put both me and Robin on the side stage, and I was like mock annoyed at this, at least at King, but like also like kind of slightly annoyed because they put me, the defending world champion, on CT2 because the others are just like more famous or something. The other reason that King told me is that, oh well, I mean, your match is gonna be like, not that long, not like exciting. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this.
Matches. It was just
let's take a look at what has happened right here
in one of the CTM matches.
What do you know? I am down.
Do some of that stuff, but it's going to be a real treat to watch this matchup. On the bottom, Robin and Rose is going to be a really great matchup as well. Robin, but really for who Rose. Hey, sometimes you only need one.
All right, look at this draw counter. All right, let's keep looking at it. All right, that one I kind of feel because it doesn't really start till like I'm already up pretty high, and then that's when droughts like tend to hurt the most. So yeah, that one that's a nice adjustment. But Remy's still ahead. And then I'm realizing this, and I'm thinking, wait, didn't I like play the drought rather well? Didn't I get a Tetris at the end of it? Like, why am I behind? How could I have lost points?
Champion who's won Jonas Cups, won CTWC, has done so many different things.
And one of the factors as well is Remy is the opponent based on reputation.
Yeah. So I missed this one, and now Remy can get more of an advantage.
Nothing to lose. A player that has nothing to lose can sometimes be one of the scariest players to play against. So Fractal cannot take Remy lightly.
Yeah, Remy does not look intimidated whatsoever.
And yeah, I'm misdropping. I'm not having the greatest time with my consistency.
Still ahead by about 2 Tetrises on Fractal, about 50 lines in. Nice solve there.
But look at this lead. There are not, I must stress, and this you can't really see from the VOD, but there are not many bars by this point. All right, both of the first 2 games, I will say, ended with less than 40 bars in transition. And that is quite unlucky. Like, those are indicative of harder seeds. You can see the droughts. Like, I'm staying up pretty high for this entire thing. And I am not winning.
Paces are pretty strong for all of our players.
A single max out yet during comp yet, have we?
What we saw in bottom, it's still relatively close between all our players. Only 1,900 points to take a little bit of an early lead. However, Line's still taking a look. Robin now 450.
So yeah, and we keep on going. And like, okay, now Remy gets to a bit of a situation, but so did I. Let's see how we got here. It's just, if this was avoidable.
Both players bringing it up on top. Down on the bottom,
so okay, that was I think handled pretty well by Remy. What did I do? I think. Oh yeah, very similar thing. I missed the adjustment for the square. So.
Not too concerning, but definitely a bit of a slowdown. So not ideal at all.
One of the tricky things when you're playing comp against a tough opponent is really knowing how to really scale the aggression and know what your opponent's score is, and at the same time, don't go too safe even if you're in the lead, but know when you're in the lead and you can make certain.
And yeah, I get out of this, I'm thinking, okay, cool, I see that he has a bit of a situation, I can finally get a lead, but then immediately this happens. And I don't feel confident in getting that L piece over. Especially with Tuck Das.
Genius when it comes to Tetris, you know, so you have to play at the top of your game.
Neck and neck again. This is Remy's chance to really.
And now, yeah, Remy's still ahead.
Yeah, definitely want to, go into transition with the lead. You know, that's the idea.
But I feel like I'm doing okay, and I'm hoping that's like, as tends to be the case with like the lower seeds, that I will be able to take a pretty substantial lead on 19. But Remy did qualify with a 900, so it's not like it's like impossible for him to keep up.
Left will transition.
Down below, some very crazy scores right now. These two are bringing it, so they're just swapping leads back and forth at the moment.
Yeah, one thing both
but yeah, now I transitioned first. I'm like higher up. I've had to take more higher digs, and Remy has been cleaner. I transitioned with a 500. Remy is going to transition with a mid 500. We have like 35, 36 bars by this point. That is crazy.
Remy still has one more Tetris to give before transition. There's a Tetris right there for Remy.
Like, you cannot do that if you cannot like reliably do that if you are like not good at stacking. And Remy did it in competition.
Rose right behind also, so yeah, still very, very close. Not even a single Tetris lead for either of these players as they swap back and forth.
Okay, whoa, that was interesting. Rose didn't try to go for the long.
But yeah, you can see Remy immediately.
Not even a
gets into this. He's going to be in this for a while, so I'm going to be able to catch up.
That was interesting. Is important whenever you get into early 19.
And yeah, his thing is festering, but he's going to survive. This board is kind of high. And let's take a look at what Remy is doing. All right, that's not great. He knows he doesn't have dash, so he chooses to put that in the middle.
651 Robin, 641 Rose.
And he brings it down, and he continues to bring it down. He keeps the right side open, gets it open, immediately goes for that, and follows it up correctly. And I'm able to keep Tetrising, but my stack's clean, so it's less impressive. I adjust the T-piece wrong. Remy is now, like, I think getting bad pieces there. But he is making, like, the correct moves. When he is digging, like, when he knows that I am clean. And that is, like, a mental aspect that is potentially underrated. But I have recovered my pace. I'm doing rather well on the 19 portion of this, especially given I can transition with basically a 500 flats. And yeah, okay, I'm forced to take that. I want to keep the well open for a little longer, so I go for the higher side. Look at that! Look at this! This is a cool adjustment. I see this in advance. I see, oh, I want to fill in this space. But what are the pieces that can fit here? Can I make this work around that? So I see the Z piece right now. So I'm thinking about that. I see it right here, so I know not to go for the default placements. And I just stay there. And I nail the spin.
Rose fills out the penalty, needs the bar. Rose needs the bar. Rose needs the bar. Rose is not getting the bar.
Rose is not getting the bar.
Robin needs one more burn. Robin is going to get that, and Robin takes game number 1.
That was a good game from Robin.
when you know it's Das.
I don't know what you're talking about. You're just playing great.
Top right now, we got 785 Fractal, 694 for Remy.
And yeah, oh, look at that. That was nice. That was nice. That was nice. I kind of saw that.
Remy is still trailing significantly. Another Tetris for Fractal. Fractal now up 127,000 and clean. Remy is still digging. As long as
So Remy, I think, is gonna get out of this, and then I think he notices my score after like he gets into something that's a little more comfortable. How's it going, Sharky?
And all of a sudden, it's almost 4 Tetris lead for Fractal here. So Remy definitely needs to pick up the pace if he wants to win the game right now.
And there's another Tetris for Fractal, 899. Fractal might be the first max we see here. We were just talking about it.
Yep.
And yeah, for whatever reason, nobody has max so far. I miss a quick tap right there. I'm not happy about that.
At this point, the lead's too far to surmount for Remy, I think.
Yeah,
But Remy is a little, it's a little comfortable. So I'm really just going for the max at this point.
Let's see if Fractal can get the max. Fractal needs 2 Tetrises to get the max. There's one, 973 has 1 burn to give to get the max. Let's see if Fractal.
Yeah, and I think Remy knows, and he's just like, bro.
Waiting for that final bar. Let's get ready to ring them bells. Are we gonna ring the bells? Are we gonna ring the bells?
And I'm waiting.
Fractal, where's a frickin' bar for
I wait as long as I can.
the quick tap, and Fractal gets the max right at the buzzer.
Remy gets a quick tap. I think that's a quick tap, yeah. And now I forgot if he sets up.
So first max out we've seen,
Oh, he went for the safe option.
First of many when we get into the later rounds. Let me tell you that right now.
But nice.
feel good for Remy though. You take one of the best.
I try to start a CT2 chant. I don't think it's successful.
That's got to feel really good.
Double kill screens are always good in this game, even for confidence, win or lose.
Exactly.
All right, down on the bottom, we have a 1-0 lead from Robin.
But yeah.
We have started off on the
So now I'm gonna try and skim through the second game, but the second game is very much a similar story to the first.
Series of nice tuck
So I get an early lead right here, which is nice by staying a little cleaner. This adjustment of the bar is cool. All right, and I see the bar. I see that this is like a 3-wide hole, pretty much. So I know that the bar can go in the middle and then go to the left or the right.
is rewarded for Tetris. So keeping this
So I do that, but Remy gets his Tetris, and now I have to take a few burns.
Okay, top row, we have
And now his stack is back to normal.
even, but only about
Now I'm pretty sure there's a
players.
nasty drought at the start of this match. So let's see if we can get to it.
Slight trouble for Rose, but should get cleaned up really soon.
And we
Really excited to see what happens. Rose has a.
But yeah, no, it gets pretty close. Let's see where do I mess up?
But little by little, as long as Robin is able to
Okay, I guess I don't know. TP's with flat surfaces, so it's whatever. I could go for the fractal adjust there, but I don't.
Rose has a double bar dependency.
Yeah. Okay. What can I do here? What can I do here? So I think that's correct. I think. Oh, I rotate the T the other way. What am I doing? Okay. Okay. Cool. I will keep that in mind. If only I've never so desperately wanted to make Tetris Anki before. But yeah, now the drought starts, and now I've been up here for a while, so I'm feeling it. I've had to take so many burns because of this droughts. And it's only a 30?
I think Rose should be okay now.
Yeah, definitely will. But again, kind of.
That was a good J. That was only 35? Are you kidding?
Only about a Tetris lead now.
I had to burn so much because of that. Did I lose any
This
bars?
could be a little. Oh, that's interesting. Rose ended up going over to.
Just fills in. Yeah.
Okay, I lost that bar, and because of that, I maybe had to burn like I guess 4 extra lines.
Burn, but yeah, it's definitely looking for.
Just my matches, TT. I want to get through everything and like actually end at a reasonable time.
Over to the right side instead of the left.
And I probably would have done that too.
But yeah, so the main thing to know with this is that because I was so high up when the bar came, normally you can wait out a drought for a pretty reasonable time because you're just upstacking, you have space to go, but here I don't have to go, so I get the full blast of it.
Really, right?
And that's why, let's see, how many lines am I going to burn after I get the bar? Okay, so we get 1, 2, 3,
Oh, this could be a little. Oh, I think
4,
Rose ended up going over to the right
5,
side instead of the left.
7, I might be out if I want. It's whatever. 7-9.
I'm not sure, but this board's looking a little bit. Oh, this
12.
interesting. Rose still isn't taking it. There we go. I think
14.
Rose will be okay now.
Yeah, definitely will. But again, kind of lost that.
15, 16, 16 burns, and then I get the bar. And that was because I covered up the well that high and got the bar then, and then paid the price. So if I didn't have that, then I would have been able to get a Tetris earlier, and then I would have been lower, so I could wait another like 10 pieces, which is like another like 4 burns. And then I would have got another Tetris. So that's like maybe theoretically like 2 Tetrises worth of lines right there that I lost.
She had over Robin, so it's down to only.
And it's just brutal.
Lead now.
Yeah, that was
And that's the kind of stuff that this is, I think, why I lose pace in comparison to other people.
So some of it has been scored back. However, Robin is Tetris ready for his. Oh, I'm not sure. If
And yeah, because Remy didn't have to deal. Remy like was in a better position at the time. He takes the lead.
It shouldn't be too bad. But
And I'm thinking that this drought is like at least like a 40 or something, which was kind of close, but really not. And it's because I was so high up when the drought started.
In the bottom, Rose does have a lead. Is down by 1 game, so Rose definitely wants to try and get this game to keep this an even match. Top row, we have 199 to 184, relatively close between Fractal and Remy.
But it's close enough to where like if one of us makes a mistake, then
Just somebody said a joke, maybe Remy's, just
then I can catch up. But I am not finding anything on him. We can go more to the further. Exact same score difference. Go a little further. Exact same score difference. All right, he takes a nice burn. He's still up. He's gonna get the bar soon.
They can't be safe. They have to really try to bring it.
And I think now I finally get a break on him because he's not able to use that bar and I was.
19, Rose decided to burn instead of trying to get a dirty.
But it's still his advantage, and now I have the situation on the middle left that I'll have to take care of. So I'm able to do that and mostly mitigate it. But again, I had enough material in there for a Tetris. But finally, I'm able to get a lead because this situation just hard to resolve a tie. So again, we do not get 40 bars until transition hits. I think it's like it takes a little afterwards as well. So it's same deal. I'm not liking this board, of course.
Remy's in a little bit of trouble. Transition's coming very soon. Oh, but Fractal's not exactly in good shape either.
Yeah, he notices this like right as I get out of it, so the GD curse could have been a lot worse.
Barely managed to get that down. That was really, really close. That could have been bad if Remy didn't.
Okay. What do you think about this move?
Really close.
No, that's just worse. Okay, I was high concepting.
Could have been bad if Remy didn't get that down. That close to transition and it did.
Like, look at this. I'm like King. I'm not really up right now.
But Fractal is digging right now. This is Remy's chance. Remy's only behind by about a Tetris.
Yeah, down
And okay, need a quick tap. Nail it.
dangerous right now.
I was nailing most of the quick taps that mattered. We'll see this begin to change.
Bolton playing
Oh,
very
oh,
high.
Robin didn't go Lombard flat there. Lombard flat might have been pretty good, but Robin's still okay. Still trying to dig
I
out
think
of
there
it.
might have been a swag that I could have done.
Just needs to be able to get
This is whatever. Okay, handle this okay. Remy also in a situation he hasn't been able to find something to get. But he quick taps, then gets like a bit nervous, then misshifts, but has a great board for all these S pieces that he was getting. So I'm not even sure if he noticed it was a big S burst.
Remy is still fighting like a warrior right now.
Oh, Rose needs a long bar.
Oh, Rose is not going to be able to get out of that. Got into a mess. That is a 2-0 lead for
But yeah.
Robin. So let's go focus up on the top right now. We got Remy and Fractal. Fractal's opening about a 60,000 point lead on Remy. Remy is digging. Fractal is clean. Remy's got to be able to get out of
But
this.
yeah, the paces are not as great as last time, but
Remy did
if I can make it
manage
to the ends, then I'll be able to extend the lead over him.
Remy is okay. As long as Remy can get back out. We saw Fractal get into some digs earlier. It can
But now
definitely
Remy
happen
commits
again.
to the
We saw
center
Remy
well
open about 100,000
and
lead.
doesn't have
Playing a
dash
little dirty. Gonna need a little
for that.
Remy's just trying to send
But
it.
yeah, doesn't get the quick tap. He's getting quick taps, but I don't know if he's going for like all the wall charges he can. And yeah, I get this. It's not great pace, so I'm not like too happy with this. Okay, this next game's kind of stupid. I take a massive mess lead. This is fine. I've been like annoyed because I've been getting bad transitions, and I'm supposed to be the transition guy.
More pieces on the left, right?
But here, it's finally good, and then I'm going to increase this pace even more throughout. And now Remy's having his first bad game, so it's looking so good for me. Like, look at this. This is close to a 600k pace. So let's go ahead and let's see what happens. Because I actually do not remember entirely. This board's a little high, so I'm nervous. I know to cover the hole. Am I gonna stack over? Oh, yeah. Okay, but this feels safe. So I do that. Okay, let's analyze. Let's analyze. That's fine. Okay, I don't care about this because this board is fine. I was told that Remy's a yapper. Not that much. He was responding to me more often, but like he was responding, so it was fun. It was fun. I always enjoy complaining about seeds. Yeah. So okay, I think this L is fine. Then T. Okay, so where does the T default? Because I think it should default here actually. But maybe I adjust for the square, but I thought that it wouldn't be that bad if I got this, but then I do get the Z. And then maybe this board is just cooked. Maybe I do just put the bar all the way to the right, but I'm still trying to avoid that because that's... But obviously I don't need... It's not like I can... I don't need the pace hit. And then I get that. But I quick tap the square. This is... I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. All right, this is, I believe it's a 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So easy quick tap, but no ability to wall charge. And I had been practicing the wall charge quick taps. And I'd been able to like maybe get them on certain like 10 highs. 10 highs and 7 highs. But because I get this quick tap, I can't use this bar, so I dump it in the center in the most flat way I can. And there are like 2 pieces, okay, 3 pieces that I could have, 3 pieces that could have saved me here. All right, L, J, bar, pretty much. S would have saved me. So like that's again like another one of those things where it's 4/7 success, 3/7 failure. But 1, 2, 3, 4, and I get 4 things in a row that doesn't work, and that's less than like. Again, like, what was the number? 3 7s to the 4. No. Like, a 30% chance in that moment. And I could have tucked that, but the tuck is risky because then you don't have dash charge and you're high up, and that's a hard computation. So I know that I'm cooked. So I say my thing. He's in a good spot, so I don't feel too bad, and I just decide to be silent. And unfortunately,
not line this out. Remy's going to need at least a couple Tetrises.
Yeah, if you're Remy, this is exactly what you needed. You know, this will let you back in the game. It's the first time that Remy's been behind.
Yeah, a bit of an uncomfortable left side, but he has the dash to get it over. Looks like he lost dash though. And he's losing dash, and now
No, come on.
Weird decisions right there. I think this might be nerves.
Oh, I might have laid it the other way, but still, either way, still okay. Couple dependencies forming here. Remy.
I like that square. I like that he didn't go for the obvious one.
Remy needs to get safe first.
All right, that's cool to wait, but now he's double L dependent.
Careful. Not getting there. There's the bar.
And then that seals it.
No! Remy could not complete the chase down, and Fractal completes the sweep. Moving on.
Down below, we have transitions in the mid 400s.
So I got a lucky break there, but that's my first early top outs of the tournament, and I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy with it. I'm glad that I got the run. I'm glad that I got a great match against Remy. Shout out to Remy, by the way. He played wonderfully.
Have been very, very close almost the entire match.
That was my top 16, and that's the end of my day. But I do want to focus a bit on this bottom match. So we did see that Robin took a 2-0 lead, and she's definitely the favorites. Rose just is a clip farmer, though. So now you can see she's brought it back.
100% I would have gotten.
And the other context is that, like, Robin is not playing in the most ideal conditions. Like, straight up, like, you can call it John, you can call it coping, whatever, but it was a flight that was delayed 14 hours with, like, 8-9 hour time difference. And immediately she needed to play at a top level. She gets 3 max outs in qualifiers in spite of that. That is crazy. But then now has to, like, wait an entire day to play this top 16 match, and this is the point where it's going to be super, 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 super late for her. And you try and play this game when your brain is all fuzzy, and it's like you physically cannot tell that you're making mistakes until, like, you've topped out, and you think back on it more. But in the moments, there's so much that can overload your brain, and it sucks.
Into a dig with that stack that Rose.
But in spite of this, she's taking this lead. She is winning.
Bad board.
Now.
Yeah, Rose
all right.
managed to bring back the entire
bit of a mistake there, but it's clean now, and now she can go back, and she'll have the chance to do so right about now.
Rose is getting hit with that same drought now. Rose is going to be able to get a triple right there. I see these reactions on these players. You can feel the tension right now in the room.
So now Rose is, like, sets up for this.
Rose seals it. Rose got a little bit too aggressive.
And then
Needs another one though.
Are you freaking serious?
And then, okay, I'm, like, away from the screen by this point, but I'm seeing this, like, no way this is actually happening. And now I want to go back and look at what Robin's doing right now. So Robin's board is fine right now. Now, didn't have Das.
Where is the bar? Where's the bar? Unfortunately, Rose seals it. Rose got a little bit too...
So, yeah, I think Robin wasn't confident in Das, so chose to quick tap that, but because of that, cut off her space for the Z piece, and now this board is really stuck. So Robin is now having to dig this. And look at these pieces. And then that S is just so unfortunate. But how can you see that when you're on, like, so little sleep and, like, so jet lagged by this point?
Rose actually survived.
And I'm still looking at Robin's screen. We'll go back and look at what Rose is doing right now. But the main thing is that, like, there should be a time where Robin can take a huge advantage.
One of the sickest survivals I have ever seen with Das. I am not kidding.
And after all,
the Robin's making good moves.
Just a few thousand points behind Robin right now.
Come on right now. Both players are in dig mode right now. It's a nice, smart burn right there for Rose.
But, yeah, no, it just doesn't work out for Robin either.
Rose has a Lombard dependency. Ends up getting a tap over.
And now it's clean. Rose makes that miss shot. That she doesn't get a bar. She's done. Actually, no. She plays that optimally. Misses the spin. Still gets the bar though.
Rose has the lead.
Then Robin makes a great move right there.
661. Rose has the lead. Rose is almost clean back up.
How is Rose still alive right now?
I have no
And now the game is somehow still tied.
13,000 point lead right now for Robin.
They'll both be clean right now, and then it'll just be like, you know, anyone's game with, you know, 3 levels to go.
This is so close. Tetris for Robin, 714. Rose, 672. Rose is Tetris right answer, and there's a Tetris for Robin, 7.
But now it's even.
40,000 point lead currently for Robin.
Kind of close, but Robin does have a pretty substantial advantage right now. But it's like the Spire.
Rose is gonna need a bar here.
There we go.
And then the misshift of the square.
The board is not clean, but Robin's still trying to get back out of this one. Robin gets
so no additional advantage right here. That could have been the difference.
Tetris for Robin.
Slight lead for Robin now.
All right, forced to take the burn, but Rose's stack is clean, so she doesn't have this.
Robin has 44,000 point lead, but a Tetris for Rose.
Here we go.
And now it is Robin's advantage, but there is no real margin of error.
Close it in. Tetris for Robin.
This might be the game of the tournament.
This is so close.
And Robin plays it optimally, but has to use the bar. And Rose is not going to have to use the bar, so she gets the Tetris. And now if Rose can get these next two, and that's like dependent on bars.
There we go, Tetris for Rose. Rose has the lead. And Robin's got to try to set up. Robin needs to set up for a center well here. And Robin gets a center well.
Is Ken who gets the bar?
Rose
Takes the
wins
game.
it at the end. 919 to 901.
So ridiculous game, double 900K.
What an
But you really do got to feel for Robin. All right, I think the worst thing about this, it sucks to lose. It sucks to lose like when you're struggling the entire time because then it doesn't even feel fun. It sucks to lose like when you travel like halfway across the country, like deal with like 14 hours of travel delays. And then the first competitive match he gets because like Robin doesn't even get round 0. And there is something to be said about like what you do in this situation, like whether it is worth it to come to these tournaments because you put in a lot of time, you put in money to go, and like it is to see people, but it is to compete as well. And you're gonna see me start to go through this later on, but there's so much that you can analyze, so many things from all parts of the game, always improvements that you can make. But it's reality. It makes me think of a meme going to CDWC DAS, and I think getting eliminated like surprisingly early. Like that is an entire trip. We went like several days early. I think she wanted to stay like several days after too. All right, you think of like Andy. I'm not like Andy, blah, 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 but like he gets like the most stupid luck against him when it comes to like finals games. And like given the way that this finals was, it almost happened again for him. So it's always a decision, like is it worth it? And sometimes the answer might be no. But I will say that like, and like this is somewhat surprising to like for me to see from like a European person, but Robin did seem to be enjoying our food, so there is a win there. We had we walked like 30-40 minutes to a South Korean place after this, and it was a banger. Are we gonna have a longer end time next year, Wildbands? Like the 5 a.m. cutoff is like the same every time. The reason that we can't do that is the reason we've been able to skirt it previously, I think, is because we paid money and like we didn't really want to be paying money. And nowadays, it's time for day 3. This year was because of Red Bull. Oh, I did not know. So they put me on main stage.
One Tetris.
Because now it is me defending champion because like Rose versus Rose, hype woman of the century, pretty much.
But again, shout out to Brennan.
Shout out, yes. We got the Buko.
Shout outs to Brennan, by the way. Bro2356.
Do you have the match arena feed? I saw somebody donate.
Or whatever the number is. The guy is so cool.
Texas 8.
Yeah, Texas 8, Zips 1. Thank you for the $20.
Rose was the reason for this on CT1.
Yeah, we appreciate every amount.
The memes on stage. So
this one, I basically, I'm feeling like I need to play solid.
Meme from the donors.
All right. I don't think of Rose's play as solid, but I also don't want to get clip farmed. So.
Indeed.
Let's turn it on a little bit. Yeah, no. So we have Scouts on CT1 doing commentary.
Yeah, you'll love to see it.
Yeah, Scout was telling me that he doesn't often get a chance to do CT1 stuff. So. Yeah, Rose taking it safe. I imagine she's also somewhat shaken by the way her last match turned out, so she'll probably want to play it a little safe, and I just want to play it clean. I'm gonna go quickly through this. Oh, was there an early top? Oh, what happened here? Okay, let's see.
You see
okay, square. Okay, that wasn't even that of a stack. But wow, that's so bad. Okay, okay. Actually, what do you do? What do we do in this? Let's look at Rose's board. Sharky at the bottom, by the way. Hi, Sharky. Don't put the bar there, I guess. That would have avoided it, but I don't. Okay, I guess the stack's bad because this is a 4 wide and it's like a 4 wide with no walls to support it. So
Out of it.
okay.
Just a tech.
So yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Bar over there. SP here would have also made it nicer, but this is something where I would actually just like ask Stack Rabbit because I cannot make a preference one way or the other. So what do we do here? What do we do here? I want suggestions in the chats. Because this generally just felt so tough looking at it right now. And I can't see like every single piece, every single placement of hers. Like when I'm doing the match, I'm just looking at my board and I'm getting good stacks. What do you do? For Rose, yes. Yeah, this S piece. Where does this S piece go? So the S piece goes here, then like you put the bar there, and then it's like kind of, I think it's more fine. But is there an argument for also defaulting to the S piece over here? Because then you only have this one for the bar, but the stack feels a lot safer. So which one would you go? S piece 2-3, S piece 7-8-9. And now what happens if you don't have a bar next piece? Like, can you really say that like you wouldn't want to build up your left? 6-7 vert. Who is going to do that? Who is going to do that? The board looks so bad. You barely have any flat. Like this part looks jagged to oblivion. You get one not square and then you get a square and then it's over. Whoa, okay, sorry. Maybe we calm down. But yeah, then there's this, and then what do you do? Okay, this conceivably is a mistake, so you could emphasize the well, which is like I think generally better for burning. Square covering the hole, I think would save it. But that's hard to say. But then again, you just have to be better if you don't want to die to this. And then, so I guess all of these could go, but they all didn't look bad. So this is tough because how high is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't think that's possible. Is that possible to quick tap? I think it might barely be with like frame perfects. That was wrong, but it's like you're high up.
1, 5, 6,
and yeah, it's done.
Thank you so much.
So that's really tough. And okay, one of the main things I've been learning from this tournament is that I don't know. There are too many situations, more than I'm comfortable with, where I don't know how I would come up with the correct move. All right. There are moves that I default to that I think are safe and tend to not be. And then everybody's like, oh, well, why don't you just do this? And they pick the better move. There are also moves that other people default to that are not safe, but they will just do it anyways because they think it's the best move. And I believe this to be true because people don't score higher than me as a general rule. But still, I want to have a reason for like why like every move like isn't like obviously bad. Because one, that makes it easier just for me to conceptualize it with the way that I learn things, and two, that makes it so that I can apply it to more boards. And that's just tough. So yeah, that's the first game with Rose. Let's see what happens there. Oh, this was the banger. Okay. Let's go back to transition. Let's see what's going on. So a bit of a spoiler, unfortunately, but that's just the way things go. So I think I troll in pre. I want to like start going through these a little quickly.
actually don't know what the 161 stands for.
That was my Boy Scout troop back in the 80s. That's what it was.
So I get a 500, which is like fine, but I also want to be getting 600s every game, so.
That's very, very honorable of you.
3 fingers, that's the right salutes.
There was a guy, I forgot who it was, maybe like Vance, who came up to me and like told me like they thought that like me doing the salute there would have cost the match. Because I'm up high right now. By the way, low 500 transition, once again.
So not the cleanest transition, so that lead's probably going to evaporate, but Fractal's also got a couple gaps. Knocks out a Tetris back to safety, so Rose does maintain that nearly 3 Tetris lead. But you will see the players getting a little more conservative now again and keep harping.
But now I have a very good stack, and that one I don't think I was in any danger at all. But Rose is doing better than me right now, so I'm gonna have to catch up to her.
Crespo, $50 contribution, so we are
But
well past 3,000.
I'm able to get ready for with 1 burn, get a Tetris. She's able to get ready with no burns. So now the lead has crystallized by this point. I go for the square there, that's nice. And I'm taking the burns immediately, so I'm starting to play a little bit safer. Like, especially that square. That square is something I had to drill into my skull to be able to do. And that was a little risky, but it's like low enough to where I could still burn off if I needed to.
But there is an Addams Family pinball machine that I keep hearing in the background with explosions and Raul Julia sound clips.
Stuff like that, I think, is the stuff that I start doing a little more, where I will avoid like the plague in solo play and even in quals. So the lead is still right about the same. Both of us are playing optimal. I think I'm like right in there. I don't realize I'm behind. So I'm just trying to lock in and not make mistakes. And Rose is also not making mistakes. And we continue the dance. These paces are high. These paces are really high.
From both Fractal and Rose. Rose probably one of the biggest dark horses of this. Holy.
You just see, okay. I skip back because
probably one of the biggest.
That's cool. That is cool. That is cool. None of y'all are telling me that you're doing this in your games. And this was hard. I've known about this adjustment. I've tried to do it for so long, and I think I've barely had successes.
Dark horses of this tournament. She played very well on his.
And then I think I hear Ryan say, "Oh my God, did you see that adjustment from Fractal?" And I was kind of happy.
Sure from the stats whether that was.
Okay, what do I do? What do I do here?
And you know, I wasn't.
Is it just unlucky, or do I need just a better stack? Price pulls bumped over 10K. Oh yeah. Remy would have seen that. Yo, my guy. Okay, so what do I do? What do I do with these Z's? Like, do I guess I just stack. Yeah, no, I stack them up. I stack them up. Okay. But this is okay.
Or whether she could back it up with
and okay, so why did Rose? Okay, so could Rose have gotten Tetris ready quicker? Because she loses out on a Tetris because of that. That's weird. I don't think that was necessary. So I'm looking at Rose because I want to see why I lost. So okay, she definitely could have gone for this, and then she would have been able to. To get more points that way, because now she's gonna nice adjustment there. It took some time to get there, but now she's gonna be forced to burn by being this high up and misses multiple long bars while doing so. Now I'm gonna miss multiple long bars, so it balances out in a sense. And then I really needed that one.
$10 contribution, thank you so much. But this is again, Rose did not get a max out in her qualifier.
This is scary for me. I cannot go for that T. So now that was bail.
Dare we say this neck and neck?
Oh my goodness.
So I think at this point I have to. No, I'm behind. I see the OJ. I've been missing that recently. And I see it when it matters.
Not be closer. Just one Tetris separates them. Oh, Rose playing a little bit.
That's I think I should have just put the. I keep making this mistake. This is a mistake I actually know that I make. SP should have gone like all the way over here, maybe like 3, 4, 5. Because it's kind of not likely to like get a fill for this. And I don't, so like I'm committing myself to another burn, and I'm not happy with that. So I make the right call with the T. But now Rose, she misses the God adjustments. If she got the God adjustments, then maybe she could have clutched it out. And I was too scared. I really wanted to get a God adjustment during competition, but it just didn't happen.
She might have to dial it up. She sets up the Tetris.
But with this J, how do you place a J? What is the strategy? And you have to be thinking about everything before this point. All right, if you try and just react to the next piece without planning, then you're not going to make it. And the answer is default 890. And then there are 2 choices for the rotation. Depending on what the next piece is, you pick either what Rose is defaulted to, or you go 9-0. Can you say just sell, though? And it's so hard because it is a rotation adjustment. Rotation adjustments are the hardest. Like, the penalty of missing it is, like, potentially the worst. Seven, 8, kind of, but then you have the situation where there's, like, not, like, a large flat surface, and then if you're just, like, stacking up here, it can get bad.
She misses it.
And I don't think she scores that much more from this point.
Yeah,
But
we'll see what she does here.
yeah, I got so efficient towards the end.
Tetris set up. Fractal over 1,000,000 points.
There it is. Let's ring those bells. First backs of the day on stage. Rose right behind.
Yeah.
Rose is going to need to set up for an extra one here. She has only 2 Tetrises available for over 29, and the pieces are not working out.
Oh, I missed the quick tap.
Oh, now just
I think I'm screwed.
Fractal still has board, waiting for that last line. Just gets it over for 107.9.
But I clutch it out once again. And I pop off because I told myself that I would if I won a good match. Okay, so could Rose have been more efficient, or did she just get droughted?
She has only 2 Tetrises available for over 29, and the pieces are not working out.
Yeah, these were forced, and now she can't win.
Fractal still has board, waiting for that last line. Just gets it over for 107.9.
Oh no, Rose is the last one. And Fractal with the max out. But what a fight by Rose to push Fractal.
So yeah, remember this was like, again, like 500 flats. So that was 579 post. And I needed it.
That far. You can
Yeah.
see them both.
On the bottom, Meme and Sharky are having a great set too. And then I think this last game is somewhat uneventful. It's like early top from Rose, so let's see if we can figure out what's went wrong there.
No, maybe not. That's a
But yeah, I have a lead. I'm feeling comfortable.
Piece over to handle Tetris and
some interesting build.
Oh, okay.
Fractal having
nice little pick.
Tom Schmidt.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Oh, she didn't go for the burn?
$16 from Tom Schmidt.
Okay, so this is uncomfortable. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything... I feel like there's a swag move here. I guess you could go like 5-6, adjust 5-6, and then hope that the surface is a little nicer.
From Tom Schmidt.
Thank you so much, Tom.
Thanks, David. Welcome on in.
A really nice little pixel logo for.
But then Rose misses that, and that's a game over.
Big trouble. Her tournament life is on the line with
I don't know if that's perfect dash or just quick tap, but.
Oh, and that's gonna be it. Nothing she can do, and Fractal.
Yeah.
Advances with a sweep.
So I still don't think I've had like a great pre-transition. Yet that like actually got to go the distance.
Dutch Tetris.
But that was my match, and then the next one was against my partner turned rival, It's Z, Sharky 1. We make the same first 2 moves. Z flat after the S ever viol. That would be so scary at that height. All right, and Sharky was saying earlier that like we were both silent, and I'm stressed.
Stress. So yeah, up on top I've got Sharky versus Fractal.
Clunchers, baby.
And yeah, I think I was trying to like match him, but I always try and beat whoever I'm playing against to the first Tetris. Like take fewer burns just early on, prove that I can play the opener better. And here I get it. There.
Games where they're gonna do other moves that they don't expect.
They're gonna have
and then yeah, take the burn for safety.
Use it against each other apparently.
Reverse wrestling psychology.
Yes. And then we've got Andy and Scooty on the bottom.
Oh, you got a 19 max, nice.
But near perfect.
Well, yeah, let's okay. I don't know, Sharky. If you're still here, do you remember anything about this match?
Upsets there were in the early rounds.
Do you remember like were there anything good in the 18 from either of us?
Now we are all chalk.
Like any digs?
All made it according to.
Because if not, I'm probably just gonna skip to the post. Because this.
No surprises.
This one was a big one. Oh wait, you take a crazy lead. Where did I lose? I think I didn't lose. I think you just didn't make mistakes harder than me.
He doesn't look like he's in pain.
So yeah, I was making a lot of, okay, there are a lot of weird situations.
He doesn't look like he's in pain.
Where, okay, I should have set up for the burn to get Tetris ready. And because of that,
certainly play that way.
I take 4 burns right here, and then that's just it. We had 60 bars, you're right. That was great. I remember feeling frustrated that I couldn't take more advantage of that. I tried something hard right here. Do you see, okay, given the misdrop, do you see the vision? I was just too slow.
But you know,
so I clean out of this. I'm not like I'm not having it, but my pace is still fine because I was pretty close to Sharky beforehand, but now this lead is substantial. And
board finally the long bar coming, and Andy.
I go for that to keep the stack low. I missed that previously. I forgot if it was in a qualifier, but that was fresh in my mind, so I'm glad to have hit it. And now Sharky has a great lead over me. 3 Tetrises. I missed the Leo. So I'm not even sure if the Leo would have been advisable here. So I play it safe, and no regrets about that.
Sharky is on fire, feeling it now.
Yeah, the look on his face, just. Sometimes you just need to will yourself over the finish line.
I missed the L flip, but then that is the hardest adjustments pretty much.
Finish line. It's not just skill; it's mental. Oh. Yeah.
But Sharky makes a mistake, so now I have the chance to catch up.
He's got this cleaned up, but he's ahead by 100,000 points. So Fractal's.
I think I make a mistake, or no, it's just the leads. The lead's so big. I miss like the mini god adjustments.
While Sharky cleans up.
Yeah.
I don't even know if that's actually a Leo. It might be a garbage egg variation. But yeah, if I had just kept this as the defaults, then that could have been huge. You could default that, but it's scary. And like, if everyone's telling you that like you're playing so aggressive, you got to play safer, Fractal. If you don't play safer, then Andy's gonna outconsistent you.
1.5 Tetris that's behind Scooty.
Because this is what everybody's thinking, right?
Score, both players clean.
Sharky and Fractal.
And when they're thinking about this, and like you see like me top outs early, and then you're validated, then you're not gonna be like critically evaluating your own stacking.
Sharky's clean.
And now I'm not sure about that T like going there instead of getting the well open. This I feel like I have to take a lot of burns to get Tetris ready, and now that was nice.
Yeah. Scooty ahead by a Tetris and a half as we are at level 20.
I think it was fairly safe.
Knocks down another 809.
Move to make, and now I actually have He managed to close the gap a little as a result of the burn. I think I could have closed it all the way. That should have been a little bit safer. Then I could have gotten that Tetris.
Trying to make up that deficit.
All right, and this is nice. This is nice. I am being a bit more conservative here. I think it's worth it.
Tetris for Andy. He's only behind. Oh, so that.
All right, that's an adjustment.
Half lead is maintained here for Scooty.
But Sharky is able to get a lead here because now his stack's higher up when he has the bar. So he'll be Tetris ready before me, and I don't know if it matters in this instance. It looks like it does because now he uses that bar. I can't.
He slipped up just a little bit, but still ahead by nearly 2 Tetris.
And like at this point, it is his to lose.
Oh, covered the well.
Reminiscent of that run
But
Alex.
I'm gonna go for that. I think that worked out well. Could have been worse.
17.
But now we're both in the drought, and the droughts favor Sharky.
55.
The droughts favor Sharky because if I can't score Tetrises, I can't catch up to him ever.
Such a close game.
So I am playing high. This is crazy. This is actually crazy.
Such a close game.
We have 20 lines left until.
That was arguably a top 5 mechanics in the entire tournament, and nobody can tell. So any guesses as to what I did with that placements? We go back. This placement right here. Why am I calling this the craziest placements? And perhaps I'm misrepresenting how widespread it actually is. Andrew is correct. There is no wall charge, but now look how fast this S piece comes out. And keep in mind, the piece beforehand was quick tapped. This one, you can see it. The shake in my hands, that's a quick tap. So I don't have DAS right now. I do not have DAS. This is the only place I can put it. But now look at this S piece. It is immediately moving. And I am not slow tapping. I am not slow tapping this in the slightest. I didn't wall charge the L after the quick tap. No, I didn't. It's so high up. I wouldn't risk that. So what I did was, while the square was falling down, I was holding left. And I was holding left, and I let go right before the charge hit 16. So now, not only am I like timing a dash charge, I'm also like waiting the entry delay, which is like, again, I don't have perfect knowledge of.
Level 29.
And I'm able to get that over.
Scooty, 990.
And just out of nowhere, the bar arrives. And I had to go up there. I had to go up there because Sharky, look at Sharky's score.
Oh, Chris, we're going to 1 million points for Andy. 1 million points for Scooty.
Simul max out.
And you can't see it. Nobody is ever going to be able to see that because it's invisible. The piece does not move.
Tetris ahead, but we're closing in on kill.
And I guess if you like slow tap, it doesn't really matter. But like I try not to slow tap, and that's what I think it makes it more interesting.
Or who's gonna set up?
Can't you just regain on? That's what I'm describing. But like people don't do. I don't think people do that. I don't like if people don't go for wall charges everywhere they can, then people are not going to be going for that.
Pixel Andy behind by 20,000.
Isn't able to get any more lines, so Scooty is gonna.
So yeah, that was kind of a blunder. I should have put us. I don't know if I get bars at this point, but I know there was a long bar that I didn't put. So this bar should have gone over here, but it's not like I got like another piece for it anyways. So yeah. Oh, I would have gotten. Okay, that might have actually been winnable.
Take a screenshot. 1,000,000 points all around.
That is a quad max out, ladies.
So okay. This is also crazy. Wouldn't a full charge move before the square? Right, so I stopped right before. And I've been practicing this. I don't think anybody else does this. If Sharky, if you do this, say something right now. But I've never heard anybody talk about it before because you have to train for it so specifically in order to like even have a chance. Like either like that or that they're just like advanced. There's just like crazy advanced dash stuff that nobody talks about. When I guess like I don't talk about it because I feel self-conscious because I don't think people care. I don't think people care enough to like actually like take notes. But yeah. You do it? Okay, interesting. Interesting. Is it not similar to what Sega calls? Yeah, but the tricky part is that it's like right after the quick tap, so like the thing that like you like put all your energy into. And like being able to do that, like understand the timing that goes after that, predict the entry delay of the piece. Playing 4L, okay, that does make sense. Okay, cool. We should be sharing more dash techniques. All right, there are too many situations where like I say I discover things and like people are like, oh yeah, I've been doing that all the time. And like, why don't you say anything? It would help the community. Yeah. But it's specifically for like after the twitch. If you're just like, if the piece is just like in midair and you just like press it and you hold it for exactly a quarter of a second, then you'll get full charge. That is common. But it is difficult, like I think one, because it's after a quick tap, two, because you don't get practice with it. But, okay, anyway, all that aside. This is impressive not because it is a quad max out, but it is actually a sext max out. Because on the other stage, AV and Wallbands also had a double max out in their mesh. So, kind of insane because there weren't that many max outs up until this point. And we just all decided to turn it on right now and there. And I guess that's maybe the top 16, top 8 effects. But it was cool. Dog and Alice were on pace. Yo, what's good, Cosmic? I just watched your speedrunning update video. It was really awesome. I had been like kind of familiar with I think everything that had gone on, but it was nice having everything documented.
Ladies and gentlemen,
my first time hearing about the bounty too, but yeah. And yeah, I got the worst score out of all of them, so I'm like thinking, man. But now we go to these other games, and I guess the main thing I want to point out is that these are all so close. So that game, I was down by less than a Tetris. All right, and we got max outs. This time I am slightly in the lead in the transition. This nice burn.
Partners now dueling. Yeah, dueling to the death here in the DAS top 8.
2,000 point difference here, level 20. And you see the difference, Pixlandy with his press down, he's ahead of level.
Yeah.
And you know, you like to say, oh, that's
and yeah, both Sharky and I are dealing with this drought in our own ways. And yeah, we both have to cover the well.
Scooty, ooh, dirty Tetris, went off the bottom. So Scooty already behind 3.5.
And I'm able to take the lead here.
Again with that,
this is deliberate. This is deliberate. I like this move so much.
Scooty already behind 3.5 Tetrises. So again,
I think this is the best possible move I could have made. Thoughts from the chats, thoughts from the crowd. All right, maybe you're thinking like, oh, why not 7, 8, 9 up? Well, then the bright side is a little bit higher. Here, you have access to this entire quadrant for burning. Then you have the S spin. You can have an S spin to like keep it ready. You can put any piece in there in spite of that. You could tuck it. You could tuck a J if you really want, but the J could also go to the left, and that's even better. So I think this board is quite survivable, and it's because the heights is good. Set up a T-spin, but if you set up the T-spin, then you cover the well, and then you can't get a Tetris, and then that's maybe something that Sharkin can take advantage of. Oh, that's why you were here. Hi, how's it going? I should react to the Bismuth. I haven't watched the Bismuth video. I watched the Cosmic video, but not the Bismuth one. I watched the first 5 minutes. I know he goes crazy. I know everyone's saying like three blue, 1 Bismuth or whatever. But I am gonna focus in on. I'm gonna focus in on the Tetris. We just had a big tournament, big tournaments last weekend. So I just got back from it the other day. Bismuth is boob. What is going? Is there a thing? Did he like set a record or whatever? I'm confused. I thought we liked Bismuth. Oh, did he got the thing? Bismuth got 454. That's crazy. Wait, I'm so confused. Okay, chat is wait. Okay, this is like weird baits. 47 out of 51 times. Just watch the video. I am busy right now. You're gonna watch some cool Tetris. Just know when you watch the last video, business session. Okay, that's fine, right? Like, okay, if you wanted to like make like a super like crazy thing, then you could say that like, oh yeah, well business should have like corrected for like saying, oh, the more recent runs need to like be taken into account more into factor. But like, how do you factor in improvements? All right, he is providing estimates. He is providing context so that Niski can break that context. Okay, like don't be weird about that. Did he count for? Okay, did he? Okay, okay. So what you are saying then is that the numbers that Bismuth said were not exactly the most accurate thing. In other words, you were saying that his numbers lied. Okay, thanks for the subs. And should be canceled. Fractal uses I3, I3 no, or A. Bismuth got rebirth. I knew he could do it. I've been rooting for him the entire time. Okay. Well, I am very sorry. As much as I would like to derail this stream, I did have the intention of talking about the tournaments, and we're going to do that. But you might find it interesting. It's very different from Super Mario Bros. All right, Super Mario Bros. Is a very consistent set of tricks that are all extremely precise. And Tetris, on the mechanical side, is a less consistent set of tricks, but you have to be ready to use them at any moment in time. I don't know. I'm also just like not a fan of people like being toxic, especially because like it does not. You're not doing a good job of making it seem like it is a joke if it is a joke. So I would appreciate you just like don't do that, especially with people who I think make cool things. All right. And like if you're not with that, like I hear like kick is active. So adaptability is the main skill, yeah. And there are a lot of tricks. I'll try and go into more detail, let's say, about the tricks, but here I am in the top, and here's my opponent, Sharky. Sharky is awesome, Jad. Everyone say hi, Sharky. And right now we are in a very close match. So we're going to continue.
With that disadvantage of no.
Yeah, look at that. I could fit the T in there and stay Tetris ready.
Maybe that extra.
So I'm waiting a little longer to try and get a good fill for that.
So beneficial.
But what I really feel from this.
But Sharky's up at the top. I think similar set of pieces.
Right, like get that rhythm.
But I'm able to clear first.
And with that consistency.
And I get another Tetris. So for context, we're playing. For the mode that we're playing with what's called delayed auto shifts. And the idea is that you like hold the button instead of like mashing it. Well, mashing it, you can do mashing with rolling, you can just do the tapping, but we are holding the button. Think of this like different swimming strokes. All right, if you've ever done competitive swimming before, or even if you haven't, if you just like watch the Olympics, you'll know that like there is the like separate races for like the breaststroke, the butterfly, the freestyle. All right, think of DAS like the butterfly. All right, it is not the fastest stroke. You are not going to be able to get the fastest like times for like the 100 meter or the 1500 or whatever metrics they use. But it is still impressive and people still enjoy watching it, even though it's not the best. Because it is its own set of challenges. All right, in this case, there are a lot of like precise tricks that you can use. So take a look at that.
I am Pixie.
All right, you'll see the boards playing a little lower, but that just means that we play closer to the ceiling more often. It's more difficult to get higher scores. Its difficulty is kind of a weird thing, but it's just it's very different, but still very interesting on its own rights. All right, so now Sharky and I are like more even. I have a bit of a lead, but I think this will change. All right, 3 Tetrises is significant, especially when there are only like 40 lines left.
Covering up the well again, but he can afford this.
This is
gap.
a one lead.
My chats is very calm. Oh my god, what happened? Okay, let's take a look at my board. What was going on here? So
this is a one lead.
Okay, that's fine. That's all fine. I guess that could have gone farther, but I don't think that makes much of a difference. There's hesitation here. I'm worried about this being cut off. I guess I just go super aggro. Throughout this entire tournament, I was doing a really bad job of screen looking, but like I get bailed.
Oh, Fractal, the board getting messy.
And now Sharky can catch up. Look at that T. That is a good T placement. That is a great T placement. Oh, let me tell you the story about my controller grip. So, NES controllers are held like this. Everybody knows that, right? But if you are somebody that starts, say, on a keyboard, which everybody knows like should be legal and is universally accepted and loved by everybody who has ever seen a video game before, then it might be comfortable for you to have your hands more like this. So when you're playing a keyboard, this game, I'm sure you're familiar. And let's say you want to actually go ahead and like start playing on a controller, but you don't want to relearn the muscle memory because you want to be using your same fingers. So you might. So what a lot of people do is they hold the controller flat against their leg, and let me see if I can show you. 1 second. They'd hold the controller basically like flat against. If you imagine like my step stable, they'd hold it like this. All right, so it's like your hands are facing the same way, they're just rotated a little bit. Maybe eventually you'll play Tetris. Join the club. Join the club. All right, it is good. It is good as just like a B game when you get tired of the main things. So my grip, I was basically trying to make people as mad at me as possible. I was trying to rage bait. So I was like, here, how can I take this grip that I normally use and make it look even more ridiculous? So the original plan was to hold it like this, but it was like slightly less ergonomic, and that was like the other reason. So I eventually deal with this. The nice thing is that I usually use like these 2 fingers to do left and right on the arrow keys on my computer, and now I can do that right here. And then the rotations are like easy enough to learn. So that's how the grip came. And then it ended up being really good, and that's how I won the tournament last year. So for context, this is the top 8 of the championships.
Opportunity.
Oh, there it is.
And now I am ahead.
Number 2, we are tied.
But I am not in a position to score points. You need Tetrises to score points. So like this is what Sharky has done right now.
We are racing to 30 more lines here at the top.
Yeah.
1 Tetris difference.
And Andy had a great pace.
Fractal try and get back
But
to the bottom.
by this point, Sharky has the lead.
20 lines remain.
Yeah, that was
It's because I got into that situation that it was a miracle that I got out of that quickly.
Fractal.
I'm nervous there.
Scores are neck and neck.
Oh my goodness.
This is going to be a showdown to the finish.
All right.
Oh, that is okay. You want to talk about precise tricks? This is the pinnacle for DAS. Here, let me go back a little further. Sorry. This is what is called a quick tap. So the main like kind of tech in order to get pieces to move a little bit faster, because you can see they're moving at a very consistent speed because we hold down the buttons. All right, what you do is you hold down, you wait for the piece to shift itself, and then you immediately let go and repress it again. It's like the inverse of a flick, pretty much. All right, so if you do that, there is a 2-frame window, then you can get this piece over. But otherwise, you're so high up that there's not enough time. So that's what's called a quick tap. And because I have a quick tap, I'm quick tapping there. I'm not going to go for the wall charge. That's like terrifying. What if I miss and I expect that I made it? Then I'm done. So I put the L up there. Here, I want to see. Okay, I want to see what you did.
This is going to be
Oh.
showdown to the finish.
Why is a quick tap allowed? So the idea is that you're not. We don't want people to be mashing, but quick taps are not mashing because you are only pressing the button once. All right, if I just do this, is that mashing? If I just do that, and then I'm like holding again, is that mashing? So as long as it is not like a blatantly mashing, then you're fine. All right, you are even allowed to like tap slowly like this, all the way up to like maybe a little under 10 times per second because that's the normal speed of the auto repeats. And you can do this because this is what normal people do when they are playing the game for the first time, and it seems kind of cringe to say that's not allowed. And so we allow it.
Right,
but I'm able to do that, and then this is basically the limit for that.
Again, but we are focusing on the bottom line dependency for Sharky.
And then I get another quick tap right there. That one's a little more lenient. That's 4
He's running out
frames.
of time. He's ahead by half Tetris, but it might not be enough because he's ahead in lines. Tetris for Fractal takes the lead, 919, 906. Down to our final 6 lines.
Yeah, Sharky needs to.
And then...
Fractal, 956.
Sharky going for a high.
Oh yeah, this was lame. I missed them. I missed the 1 million points by like so little.
But it's not enough. 1.5 Tetris is behind. 1 line to give. That's not going to be enough.
And yeah, Sharky, I think he just got unlucky.
Scratches.
997.
And I'm tweaking. Sharky's also tweaking, but he's like cool, so he's not as like animated about it. But let's see. Wait, let's see. Oh, why would you do that?
Gotta get that RNG. Give him that one.
This is going to be a showdown to the finish.
All right, at the bottom they've started again, but we are
in good shape though.
Okay, yeah. This is questionable. I think flat here is nice because then you like have options to adjust as well. But I understand. I don't know if I'd like commit to it.
Neck.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And then that's 9, right? So you can't really get anything up there. So okay, I think this is yeah.
This is going to be a showdown to the finish.
I understand the motivation. I can't say for sure whether it's a better decision. I think it's too complicated for people to be like confident. That's not it though.
Tetris, but it might not be enough because he's ahead in lines. Tetris for Fractal takes the lead, 919, 906.
And it's yeah, just like so close at this point.
Oh, he's gonna.
So were you were like ahead pace wise, right?
Tetris for Fractal takes
Yeah.
the lead, 919, 906.
And then just like right at the very end, it all.
Sharky needs to. Oh, he's gonna
Tetris
go.
for Fractal, 956.
Sharky going for a high,
Oh,
dirty.
he's got his only chance. He
boom!
gets the
Tetris for
Did you get the second dirty? Oh, that was interesting.
1.5 Tetris is behind.
Center row stacking without birds is too
That's
hard.
not gonna be enough, and we are even.
And yeah, okay, I'm able to secure it.
997.
So 1.48 Tetris difference. That's pretty close, especially if Sharky was able to get the last Tetris.
Sharky hitting level 19 now.
And now this game, I finally have an advantage. And I'm finally going to get a 600k transition.
Not a good number for him. He's disappointed, but he's going to grind this out and try to...
But
Which I'm barely able to clutch out right here.
We've seen it happen before, and looks like he's heating up.
Speaking of heating up, Pixelandy shrinking that lead down to a Tetris and a half.
All right. Wait. Are there? Do I have any mods in chat right now? Like anybody who can make a poll? I want to see if I can get some of Niski's viewers to try and guess what the best placements are for some of these.
It's so uncomfortable to watch, but he's gonna fix it and knock it down.
But yeah, as Scooty's.
So I'm up a lot, and I'm gonna. I had been having problems in this tournament for playing it safe when I have the ability to do so. So this was a better application of that. But now Sharky has like so much work work to do. I skipped over the ATN. I kind of want to end in like by midnight my time, so I'm gonna be rushing a bit through these.
The Tetris Crasher, the reason why the world was talking about classic Tetris over the past year.
Oh, what happened there?
Crasher, evolving.
Okay. Okay, so this board, I guess, just not high enough left.
The Tetris Crasher.
But I try and fix that, and then it works out weird.
The past year. Here to make a statement.
Getting really uncomfortable here for both boards in the middle. Scooty
We don't have reliable Twitch mods because nobody streams consistently, so there's no expectations. But yeah, now it's the exact same situation as last time. I'm in this crazy dig, and Striker can use this to catch up. That's a great move. That is a great move. Broken stab later in the day? Not really though, because I have to wake up for work. So the obvious thing to do here is to take this bar, put it in here, clear 2 lines. But I'm not going to do that because I actually see it in the next box. Can't I make a pull? I actually haven't done this before. I'll just explain this one, see if there's a better situation that comes up later. So I'm taking this. This piece is falling like maybe like 12-ish rows, so that's like a bit over half a second. So if my reaction time is like 200 milliseconds, then in 200 milliseconds, I'm going to see this piece. And then in the next 300 milliseconds, I'm going to say, okay, because this piece is in the box, I can actually like make a very small change to my original plan for this bar. And then that means that I can have like a slightly better move. So that's what I did right here. All right, and it looked like I did nothing. It looked like I just like moved the bar over there and everything was right, but there was actually a thought process to it.
Lead's gonna go away even closer. 918, 904,
level 27.
Yeah.
Yep. Level 28. Time is running out. Half a Tetris lead.
200 milliseconds. No, my reaction time. Okay, so here's the thing. My reaction time is bad, but I still beat it. I still beat almost everybody when it comes to adjustments.
This drought.
And it's because most people are like thinking longer.
One more line available. He's still behind by 8,000 points. He needs this.
The drought might bail.
938. The drought. And there it is.
Oh,
very last piece for
the
Andy.
long bar coming at exactly the right time.
And I still managed to be ahead because I like get out somehow.
And up on top.
That was weird. That's an interesting board states, but
although Sharky being ahead by quite a few lines.
The 200 milliseconds is just like actually recognize the piece. I don't know if anybody's ever measured this precisely.
Yeah.
30 lines to go.
But I also, so how much of a skill is how much of a skill in like Super Mario Bros is reaction time? Because my intuition is that you theoretically don't need it at all, but you also hear stories of like people like Averge making adjustments on the fly, and like everything else from before. I think Sumwest like just like reacting to a pattern he hadn't practiced before.
Every long bar has got to be a Tetris if you want to win this one.
Look at this, and for every Tetris, okay.
So there, I know there is the capacity for like dynamic thinking, but
this is the last one.
But yeah, for Bowser, like you also okay, I guess somewhat, but like then you also have the patterns memorized.
But Fractal just made it.
I hit a quick tap there.
5,000 points.
And then I don't have, because the bar happens right after, I could have slow tapped this over. I should have slow tapped this over. All right, and you can do this. That is a legal move. But I don't realize that move. Look at the score difference. Look at the score difference. 4,000 points. A Tetris is worth 9 times as much.
So close. So close. That was the. You had
so my pace lead earlier is the reason. Yeah. No, and it's tough because you think you have to do more than you need. Because you don't know where your opponent is at exactly.
A little more than a double separating the two there. Yikes. The reigning champ.
So we go to that. We go to game 3, and I'm behind. And I had to make this move, which I think is the best thing I can do in this situation. Like, in theory, I can get out of this burn with, like, one more good piece. And I just take it safe, because I want to get out quickly.
Every time that happens, you need to do more burns to get back down.
See, you just start to
I don't like the default, but Scooty's back had a cameo in the Cosmic video, I imagine. I didn't see it precisely, but I could recognize the venue.
still might get it, but he could have
Yeah.
that away.
So now I know that I'm behind, and
Andy reducing a deficit.
I think this is cool because I don't believe Sharky or I like made particular mistakes, but I optimized the hell out of this.
Wow, fantastic sequence.
That's exactly.
Okay, took the burn, and I want to see if that's true or not. All right, set up the double well right there, and the double well is just this extra space to fit more pieces. Also, if my 18 was a little bit better, I would have won. If my 19 was a little bit better, I would have won.
Boom, Tetris for Scooty.
The swings in this game, Chris Tang.
All right, that was a bit of a pseudo adjustment. So now I'm still like 1 and 2/3 Tetris behind.
Would be a huge thing for Andy to catch up to, but
I thought he was going to catch up at the 19.
But yeah.
Before transition.
Yeah.
So we both get a Tetris. We're both keeping step with each other, and I go for the skim. I think that was the correct call.
Yeah, also catching up.
But it's maybe not necessary.
4 close games. Which one to watch?
Oh, I don't adjust there. That's... I probably should have. That's hard for me. Do I ever go for the T-spin setup with the S... with an S on 19? What?
Yeah, looks like Scooty's got...
if I'm really desperate, but that's such an accommodating setup in general that you can certainly find a better piece.
Sharky no longer grooving. Sharky now in tense mode.
Yeah,
and yeah.
Up on top, so Fractal.
That's good. That's good. I have a hard time with this one. There are several adjustments that I've historically struggled with that I was able to put together. This is crazy. You have to think about which rotation button to press.
So Fractal really
and if you guess wrong, then it could be really bad.
As they go back and forth. 7-11 for Sharky, 7-24 for Fractal.
Overhang and S to set up a T-spin. Nah, maybe.
Yep.
It sounds kind of modern-y, so like I would probably have an advantage there, but yeah, now my board's super clean. I guess this is where Sharky loses then.
When they have their play field set up for the Tetris, and if they're able to take advantage of that next long bar, and that's gonna.
But I can't take advantage of it. There's nothing I can do. I'm in a drought. So while Sharky was burning, I'm doing the same. I don't have stuff for that square. I decided to go for the burn right there. Sharky is similarly affected by that, but
Scooty has been playing amazing post.
I guess it's kind of a wash. Now we're tied.
Yeah.
Scooty.
So I think it was that down stack that I was able to avoid. And it's close. I know it's close. I know it's so close.
I've ever seen Scooty play.
But now Sharky misdrops. Or no, it's just full. It's just bad. Okay, this stack is bad. Let's see if T should have been adjusted. That would have saved it there. So, but now this stack is just rough. Yeah, that's fine. Should have been slow taps for the tuck, I think.
Honestly, this is a
so there is counterplay.
Yeah.
I missed that. On my side.
Scooty's behind in lines too, so a lot of runway here. It's gonna get well over a max out here.
Yeah, Fractal at 8
and yeah.
7, so he's a touch.
No, this ending for me kind of pisses me off.
Level 27 up top. We're gonna have oh man, Chris Tang.
So my board's really good. I have the advantage. But then I just go for this. And I missed the quick tap. I missed an easy quick tap. It was a 7. It was a 7. There is so much time for that. What? And I think I lost. Sharky hits his quick tap because he's just build difference.
Every single one of these. Takes one single, gets another Tetris.
And now with 2 Tetrises, and he has room for 2 Tetrises, but his board is high, so it's not guaranteed. And now he has to deal with the same situation that I did before. He has squares and a board that cannot fit them. So he's forced to make that hole. And that ends up being the kicker, and that ends up sealing the deal because he cannot get ready for a Tetris. So actually, so at this point, At this point, I see the hole. And I think, oh my god, I won. Because I know that like I'm up by like more than a Tetris. And I think I won because there's no way that he can do this, then build on top of the hole. Then I see him burn and then it covers the hole, and my heart sinks. And my heart sinks because I think, oh, he can cover it. He figured it out. He saw something I couldn't. But then he gets his Tetris, and to my surprise, it's level 29. Because by taking that extra burn, he made it so that he only had one Tetris left. And I win by 20,000 points, less than a Tetris.
Oh, it's not.
And Fractal takes the...
Both of us scored 900,000 points every single game. For Das, in an in-person event, that does not happen. That had not been happening. There was like maybe you got like in the early rounds, you got like a single game that had both 900Ks. That is crazy. And I make it by the skin of my teeth. So now, the first semifinals. So now we're in the semifinals, and the first round of that is the classic Arteaga matchup. Dog versus Andy. I think Andy don't understand who won. I won. So that was a top 8 match, and it's just the higher score that wins. So you can see my score is higher, and then even even with what Sharky's doing right here, he can't make it.
Topped out. Sharky in position gets the Tetris. 944.
So I get my third heart, and that's the victory. But why didn't Sharky get caught? Okay, you see how... Okay, look at how fast the pieces are moving. Look at how fast the pieces are moving left to right, all right? So that is how fast the pieces will always move.
We got one more, but Scooty has maxed out.
Okay, now look at how fast they are falling right about now.
Gets the Tetris. 944 isn't going to be enough.
Oh, it's not.
And Fractal takes the round and the match, eliminating...
All right, there is something to be said. There are people who might give up maybe a bit earlier than they like realistically could, but that is impossible. That is impossible.
With some...
Like, he has scored as much as he can by this point. So, yeah. So, Andy is seed 1 by, like, a lot, and he kind of mogs... He mogs Dog right here.
Dog trying to open up that hole so then he can...
That's kind of sick.
He's setting up for in the center.
Let's get... Yeah.
Dog in trouble. There's the Tetris for Andy into the
Kill
lead.
Screen.
Dog can try and grab one here. Oh, no, that misdrop. And he's going to get the ghost.
Man.
Andy takes it with 996.
With that,
and is going to finish it off with a max out with some kill screen play.
Oh my god, he actually gets this.
Looking for it.
This guy sucks.
Wow. What a performance by
He
both
sucks so much.
Taking that, eliminating his brother.
All right, so now I am in the semifinals. And if I get to win, I play this guy in the finals. This guy, for context, is the best in the world. Straight up. There's nobody who can compare. He has won the most. He has the best stats. And he is the one people expect to win. Knocks out on level 30 such as Thorak. And it's like, well, he does. So now I had to play the third seed, AB Geek.
One Tetris.
So now AB Geek has been playing for a pretty long time, and I do feel like I have the advantage in this match.
We get a little bit of
and my reason is that I can pretty consistently hit higher paces.
But they're both going to bang down that Tetris
Yeah.
at the same time.
Ooh, different approaches there.
So I'm thinking as long as I can stay consistent, then I am winning. But I need to not top out early.
Okay, AV Geek taking a triple off the top there. Interesting approach. But in the drought, that's maybe what you do.
Yeah, but unfortunately, the drought, AV...
And we can see this. I have a pretty slight lead, and my board into 19 is substantially better.
AV tries to bring the stack down into
I have a nice S placement right there. I think could have gotten Tetris ready a little bit faster, but the stack was so nice that I don't even care.
Up a well. Getting started on that, but having to burn.
All right, and now I can get up. I can get ready quickly.
To try to keep things as clean as possible. Nice spin there.
This is bad. This is really bad for me.
Right side's getting stacked up really high, barely makes it to the right.
So I get bailed there.
Nice quick tap over there for Fractal.
And I tend to run into more of those situations than I think most of the other top players, because they play safer, and I try and go for like these crazy optimizations that are probably worse. But if they work out, and it's not impossible that they do, as you can see right there, then I get an advantage. And then I miss a quick tap there. That kind of sucks. So I have to play it safe. My lead is substantial by this point because AV had that large dig at the start of 19.
Just to ensure, because it was 6 high, but you don't want to risk hanging there and accidentally make it 10 high, where you're not going to be able to get an eyepiece over. So a little bit of insurance.
Definitely the smart play there.
And AV now getting a little bit dangerous here. Going to be looking for
AV has situation.
Preferably goes for the eye flat burn. Still want that
waiting for an L piece. Weird, because like I think it's a comfortable quick tap. She doesn't go for it at all.
L piece can't find it. Where's this L for AV? Still trying to stay alive. Finally gets the L. Hits the quick tap.
It's a quick tap, but like she waited for so. Okay, that's her blunder. That is her blunder 100%. Okay, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's hard, but there were so many opportunities to go for it, especially after these situations where you definitely have charge.
Not finding it.
So she apparently did have 102-degree fever, and like still made it all the way here, which is crazy. And like she can't hit the quick tap. But she just waited for so long that there was no points. So yeah, he was so nervous. And I could definitely empathize with that, AV, but like that, it is, I think, ultimately the reason. You'll especially see the nerves in game 2. Okay, wait, can I get
there?
Oh, and okay, we're both on good paces.
Yeah, that long bar depended. And like speaking about 18 for AV.
Yeah,
and yeah, this is about as close as it can get ever.
Both players have momentum, been playing clean, keeping those Tetris rates up.
So that's unfortunate, and then the board just begins to spiral. Do not go for it. That's nice.
Able to maintain DAS.
My board is in a pretty good shape by this point.
Simple maneuver with DAS, it is possible for you to lose if you're not careful in your timing, and it can be fatal, especially when you're up rather high. But Fractal now up to a lead. AV with the well covered. Nice adjustment for AV.
Alright, good quick tap.
Quick tap. Well is
Alright,
open,
good burn.
but the drought counter is ticking, and AV knocks down a Tetris. 660 to now 676.
Yeah,
that was
amazing sequence there from AV Geek.
This was all fine.
Placements there.
Yeah, I think this was handled well.
Good sequence of burns.
I'm watching your game.
Tetris ready.
AV.
And there it is. Knocks down another Tetris.
I make an adjustment there. That was cool.
AV Tetris ready.
Look at that. I moved it back. I saw.
And there it is. Knocks down another Tetris. Fractal still in the lead by just under 1. Tetris, that is.
And I didn't even. Oh wait, what happens? Okay, what happens?
By just under 1.
That's. Oh, that was cool. I like that. I like that.
Couple of misdrops from AV.
All right, and I'm too high up myself.
As V comes out of this dig,
I think that was adjusted from my end.
And the double off the top takes the safe route. Will this haunt AV Geek going forward though? Now with Fractal up by 2 Tetrises.
That just seems mechanical.
And missing the tuck.
Now double long bar.
Yeah, and now I can begin to gain momentum.
Ready for Tetris, and boom, Tetris for AV Geek. That paid off.
Now we're in an interesting situation. AV's going to actually burn
all right, mini adjustment for the square.
Opportunity, get the board clean, and so now the lead's not going to change. AV set up for a column 7, waiting for the eyepiece. It's just going to burn it out.
Okay, that's straightforward.
And just being forced now, going to try and recommit to the column 7, holding up for the long bar, takes the double.
That was not necessary. I wasted a burn because of that.
There it is, finally.
But I have a great lead right now, and I'm building exactly the way that I need to.
As Fractal knocks out another Tetris, 9-15, a couple of misdrops for AV, trying to regain Das, and now Das has been reestablished, but now
My pace is so good right now.
And nothing is burning. Pieces are going left, pieces are going right. AV trying to find
So I'm starting to think about whether I want to do the Mullen.
the T-piece, and that's going to be it. AV tops out at 799. Fractal is good for game number 2.
But yeah, I'm doing such a better job of building up the left, but then I just go aggressive there for no reason, and I get the max. I go for that. I think I go for this thing in the middle, but then okay, I was like, nah. Go intentional, preserve my stats.
Be considerate of our timing here. T-Beck with a
Yeah, I did think the game was solid. I mean, just like there were misdrops. So now we get to game 3, and game 3 I am feeling good.
Tricky timing of these O's.
Okay, that's a little cringe, but like look at this pace, 82%.
AV was able to find a Tetris out you can do, thank you, Shmoo.
And this board is hideous from me, but I get pieces to fill it.
D's and the S's just, you know, when you don't have a great place to put them, they just turn into a pile, and that's what you're seeing there.
And yeah, my lead is crazy by this point, and it's just gonna keep growing. That's.
Avoid having that happen. Okay, Fractal hitting transition now.
I think I'm very happy that I decided to make this move. I think the trade-off for like the hole that's not even that bad for like keeping the well open is good.
87,000 points ahead, 3.5 Tetrises.
Yeah, it was
and then whatever. That's like whatever.
And that L dependency. Ooh, the S burst over there for AV. S burst into 19. Wonder where you've heard that before.
So I continue to play. I know my lead is great, and I think I can see. Yeah, I see that
there it is.
She hasn't capitalized off of it.
Fractal starting to pull away though.
Oh, you did!
Great adjustment for Fractal, moving that O piece over there to the right to get Tetris ready and score the Tetris. Another Tetris for Fractal. 704 now to 591.
Yeah, Lamau. All the people who actually talk in this shatter like left, and now it's just all the people. I think everybody who forgot his stream is still on.
O piece is forcing Fractal to go for burns.
Mr. Cagatorio with a $5 contribution. Thank you.
You were playing very well. Because I did think I was playing exceptionally here, and like you did not fall behind.
Match that efficiency, if not surpassed in some aspects.
You know, and here I'm thinking it's done because I'm feeling so comfortable right now. The bars are flowing.
I mean, 75% Tetris rate at this point. Tough to beat. Wow.
And I'm getting the Tetrises. I make the adjustment for the T.
The left side.
Simple one, but
nice adjustment on the T as well for Fractal. So 853 to 720. The lead.
Lower chats are nice. Lower chats are nice. Also glad that like all like the people making like weird like pseudo toxic jokes left.
Look at this build. It's just so clean. And boom, Tetris for Fractal. 914. Closing in on the max.
And yeah, this is ridiculous pace for me.
But okay, couple tricky pieces.
So,
but I like Fractal's approach. Good quick tap. Now would love a J piece.
Okay, yeah.
Or an L or a J now, thanks to the way that Fractal played that. AV closed the
oh, and that's such a bad stack up there, but
952 to now 846.
I think I was like mostly forced into it too.
Good game from AV, but an even better game from Fractal at this point.
Yeah.
Probably the best game I've seen Fractal play this weekend. 955. Boom, Tetris for Fractal.
And then I like choke the max or something. Oh, because of this.
Okay. Oh,
because I missed the quick tap again. I practiced them so much.
Able to get anything over. Fractal tops out at 987.
Like the okay, I forgot. It wasn't even that bad of a stack.
Can't you do it?
988 is the score to get.
But she has plenty of time by now, so.
Tetrises or 2 Tetrises in change, and it's looking like 2 Tetrises. But hold on, John counter ticks. There's one. There's another.
650 points to go.
At this point, a line will do it. It's probably going to try to do it for Tetris, and there it is.
And yeah, you go for. I think you get 2 more, right?
Wow, what a reversal at the end that
Cut the lead in half from entering 19. You did, yeah.
AV Geek staying in it. Bringing it
And then you go for it. And that's a great score.
A93, maybe staying alive in the tournament.
Yeah.
Fractals.
And then this is about the point where then we started the game 4. It was great, but then you start game 4, then you start coughing a bunch, and I start getting kind of concerned for you, because I'm like, oh, I know, yeah, like right there. Let's go back. Watch AV.
Geek now ready to Tetris.
Yeah. And again, it was like, what was it? Fever of 102 degrees. Good morning. Like, I know how it feels to be coughing while playing, and it's so hard to keep rhythm while it's happening. And yeah,
early on.
Like that gets cut off.
Was able to kind of capitalize early.
Oh, that was weird. Yeah, that cuts off the left side.
Scary misdrop for AV,
and then that seals it.
Has to find something good over there to the left. Maybe an OP.
Played it as optimal as you could.
367. Your defending champ makes his way back.
And I am back to the finals.
We will have Fractal versus Andy.
Wow. The template versus a defending champion. Jonas Cup 2025 is shaping up. And there, look at that embrace.
Sunday was just in charge of the IC. Back in the early days of the first couple CWCs, I would wake up in the mornings and I would feel so bad. Like my throat would feel sore, like it would be hard for me to breathe. And I think the reason was because the air conditioning would run really cold in the nights in the hotel rooms that I would stay at. Because over the course of the day, I would gradually get better, but like at the beginning, I feel so miserable. So I've kind of learned from that since then. And now I'm back in the finals.
Amazing players, AV Geek doing so well.
And now we got a bit of a break. All right, there's a nice interview with AV. Unfortunately, I'm going to be skipping right now because it's not directly relevant. All the volunteers come up. I probably should have joined because I was technically doing commentary, but I was practicing for something else. So now we have more of a break. And then it's time for the beginning of the finals. So now we're actually going to take a bit of a detour and we're going to watch a different video. So as I mentioned slightly earlier, I did win last year's version of this championships. And a big part of that was that I gave myself a large confidence boost before playing Andy that year, the person I'm going to play right now. And this was something that I had like written up a while ago, and it was the perfect opportunity to sort of take advantage of it. And I did this live in front of a lot of people.
And we'd like to send it over to Fractal.
So this is 2024.
We've got a promo going on.
Uh-oh.
Take it away, Fractal.
You know they say that all men are created equal, but you take a look at me, and you take a look at Pixel Andy, and you see that that is simply not true. You see, normally, if you were to go one-on-one against another person, you got a 50-50 chance of winning. But I'm a genetic freak, and I'm not normal, so you got
my voice actually sounds like that, by the way.
And 1/3 chance at beat me in Tetris. And then you add the Vertic Reparo into the mix, and your chances of winning drastically go down. You see, in the semifinals of a single elimination bracket, you got a 25% chance of winning. But me, I got a 75% chance of winning because the other two know they can't beat me.
Oh my god, those are great clips, Mari.
Your 25% chance and subtract your 33 1/3% chance of beating me one-on-one, and you got a negative 8 1/3 chance of beating me. But you take my
that was an accident, by the way. It was supposed to be the other way. I just like said the wrong number first, and then I had to like
winning the overall tournament.
figure out the negative in real time.
41 2/3 chance of winning. Pixel Andy. Pixel Andy, if that is your real name. The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster for you in the semifinals.
And then like TikTok thirst trap edit. The negative chance elevated it. It was so great. It was just complete accidents. So this was done, and this was one of the things that people actually remember the most from the tournaments. Just just my personal understanding. It's one of the things people talk about. This edit did a lot for that, of course. Pixel Andy. It was Ren's idea to say Pixel Andy if that's your real name, and I love that. But with this came the expectation of like me having something similar for right now, at some points. But I got nothing. I had thought, oh, last year I parodied the funny wrestling thing. This year, I don't know what to parody. I couldn't think of any references that felt right. So then around this time, all right, maybe a little bit before, they're doing the talking. And then I get an idea. I get the idea, something that I would consider to be a worthy follow-up to what I did last year. And I start thinking about it, then realize I have an entire match to play. So we play the match, and then I win the match.
Perfect game.
And then throughout this entire time, I am in this like back area of the convention, like basically like right there, past that left wall, and I'm just pacing back and forth, just practicing over and over and over again. Right, all of it was done basically within the span of this 4:20 to 5:24, basically within an hour. So Andy's introduced, and I know that I have to use every advantage that I can. And what I can do is I can
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
make the crowd
time for
root for me.
your main event of the evening.
So Andy walks up. He's cool like always. And then it is my turn, and I talked this over with Kingsman.
Once again, the rating
Talked it over with Kingsman. He's going to give me the mic, and then I just start.
Undisputed Jonas Cup champion. He's going to go back to back and show you that it is a fractal time.
He's been
Baby, let's
so good
go
at this.
Fractal!
They're children in my way, so I like walk around them, and I don't think they realize what's going on. And now I'm just gonna sit back and let it unfold.
That you have a few words.
So given what you've seen before, how
few words for everybody.
How does it go this time?
Pixel Andy is the greatest DAS player of all time. Let me tell you, I have seen this man in person, and you would not believe he is as cracked as he is jacked. I could glaze this man all day. Like, look at all the events he's won. He dominates the DAS Masters. He dominates the DAS League. He dominates CTWC DAS. He dominates everything he participates in. And it's not like he just gets lucky or anything. It's not like he just got the right pieces always at the right time. No, there are numbers to support this. He has played more games than anybody else, and he still has the highest fair median score. He has like the highest pre-transition. He has the highest post-transition. He has the highest post-transition, which only he can play, by the way. He is twice as good at making it to the end of the game as everybody else in the entire world. All the numbers say that the winner of the 2025 Jonas Cup will be Pixel Andy. But there's something that I've
And at this point, people realize.
I'm gonna tell it to you right now. The numbers lie. The numbers lie. And I know this to be true because how can mere numbers describe the complexity of this chaotic and wonderful game that is classic Tetris? Sure, they might be right every now and then, but there's always going to be something.
Dude,
something
my
that slips
plosives are
between the cracks.
crazy. I need to
something
figure
that
out how to
doesn't go
fix
as
that.
expected. And wouldn't you know it, more often than not, that something is mean.
According
to the numbers, I was the ELO disadvantage in every
What
single
does ELO
match
disadvantage
I
mean?
played. Guess what? I won. According to the numbers, I was nowhere near a title contender for the 2023 Classic Tetris World Championships. Guess what? I won. According to the numbers, I was too inconsistent. I was just one of many pretty good players that will be playing in the 2024 Jonas Cup. Guess what? I won. And I can't explain why this happens. I can't explain any of it.
Okay, I need to work on that.
I don't think anybody can. But I do know this. There is magic here in the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. At this moment, on this day, with this crowd playing this game, I am unstoppable.
Look at
Pixel
Sharky's
Andy,
face.
You know this better than everybody, because every single year we've been to Portland, we played each other. And every single year, guess what? I won. Pixel Andy, and I do genuinely mean this from the bottom of my heart. I have so much respect for you. You are the greatest DAS player of all time. But do you really think that's enough to beat me?
Dude, and bro's just like sitting there just like listening to all that.
Sharky.
Damn, that's crazy.
Sharky.
So wouldn't it be really, really funny if I were to like lose embarrassingly after this? And that's exactly what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. This is why. So for this very next game, I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to play extra safe. I'm going to make sure I do not tie it. I'm going to make it a long game. I'm going to do my best to win. But I must not crash out early.
2, 1, Tetris!
So we start.
Stress.
So actually, no, we start a little later. Huh?
Exactly, the numbers lied.
Stress.
So this is the start of the first game, and you see what there was a glitch that happened. I accidentally. So I was doing a practice game, and I got a Tetris, and then in the middle of Tetris, there's this like big flashing animation, and it resets. So when you do that, you actually carry over the score to the very next game. So that's why it says 22,800 points and 4 lines. Now, unfortunately, like this isn't like a real advantage, but it's weird. So like we had to restart. So I guess that was the embarrassing thing.
Oh, okay, so interesting. We have to restart this, and I'll tell you why.
It's more than just like Alex, just like it never occurred to him that it needed to be fixed because nobody like did it before.
Line clear, zeroed out as it should be.
And now we make identical placements.
K9 watching Tetris. 63,
Until that.
77. Thank you.
His placements are better. My board is better. And now we match up again.
Slight differentiation in the
and now and then it breaks
for the first eyepiece to be used for.
So yeah, I'm playing so safe right now. I should have shifted the T piece a little more.
And both players have cleared one single as well.
Another simul Tetris, a little bit of almost clone Tris action going on here.
Yeah, they're so synchronized. Andy, however, with a J piece dependency.
And yeah, I just want to get this clear at the same time.
Look at that.
But Andy immediately gets into a situation too.
Andy, however, yeah, they're so synchronized.
I guess because of that, but that's like kind of almost understandable.
With J piece dependency. And Fractal with
a single. Look at that. That's how synced they are, but not anymore. Fractal now clean.
And yeah, we are.
There. Yeah, very tricky drought there. Not only
close, but I have the advantage
of the drought, but it was also how tricky the pieces were for both players' stacks. Some pieces worked out well for Andy, but not for Fractal, and then vice versa. But to open up with Fractal here with a just under a Tetris lead.
So how does this develop? 93% Tetris rate. That's very high, but it's also early in the game. So this isn't like the most impossible thing.
So just got directly able to use it.
But I'm able to stack clean.
Having to set up a delay burn here. Able to take that skim single.
Andy is just a little bit behind. I think he's been keeping up with me though.
And it is.
And he's at 84. 84 is so good too.
No, oh, there it is. Yeah, time for Tetris. Tetris for Andy.
Yeah, that's.
That L piece was adjusted. And how was it adjusted, you might say? So I was thinking, okay. All right, maybe I will have to place it here if I want, if there's a really good piece for this. Otherwise, I will place it where I did in 8-9. And then I could also do 7-8 if the next piece is a J. So, but now I have the situation, so I'm going to wait a little. I hit the easy adjustment for that.
Starting to stack a little bit more.
And then I adjust that. I adjust this as Z piece. All right, I'm thinking, okay, if I can fill this up, I can get Tetris ready immediately. If not, then I'm going to move it over to the other side. So Kind of a split one, more of an extended one. I need slow taps for that.
You'll generally see more flatter stacking when players are trying to be super efficient, especially in the case of making sure that column 9 is built up to where you're not having to skim to get Tetris ready.
And these pieces are great.
In this stage, every line of efficiency matters. On level 18, you have a lot of playability with the DAS playstyle, less than you have on level 19.
I could have adjusted the T to the center if I was really cool, but I'm not.
Forced to push yourself at the
and I could have adjusted that T down low. There are too many. I was too scared to do a lot of my aggressive adjustments, and
322 for
I'm a bit sad about that. I think
283
if I played more comp,
for Andy.
If I played more comp, then it would have been
Still
better.
separated by just about under 2 Tetrises.
Yeah, just. It's been going back and forth between 1 and 2 Tetrises now.
All right, that was nice from the J piece. More of a trickier one.
And so far, the boards are just clean. An adjustment over there from Fractal, however, did not have any spot for that
But,
S piece.
okay, that's maybe the first traffic that I've had so far. So I go down to 86%.
But also Andy.
Ooh, miss drop.
But his board's weird.
Even you end with 579. Thank you.
And also Pumpy Heart with a $21 contribution.
And I don't adjust the S.
So yeah, both players having to burn some lines, but Andy coming out with a bit of a mess now. That's some type B looking burns there.
I know Andy's digging. I know I can extend a lead. And
oh, Chris Bidwell with a $50 contribution.
If you're not making mistakes, then if you're not like making like huge mistakes, then like 2.5, 3 Tetrises is pretty big.
Out of that dig, gets a triple into the Tetris. That will help. 2.5.
How's it going, Sayu? We're going over the finals right now. So this is Jonas Cup spoilers, but I'm sure you knew that.
Shift a J into there.
And that's crazy when you think about it. Despite that,
and this pace is great.
Andy went through only down
not, I think I think only slightly better than the best pace I've had all day.
Slightly ahead in lines.
And that's the crazy. I could have adjusted the T piece. Then I would have gotten that Tetris.
Boom, Tetris for
but I get this next one anyway, so it doesn't matter.
3.5 Tetrises behind. Now 4.5. Okay.
See you.
Andy coming out of that with another Tetris. 3.5 behind.
Sure.
Closing in on the first transition of level or of this match. And we're looking at 650 territory for Fractal.
The efficiency of Fractal continues, 88%.
I think that was a big kind of focus point in the matchup against AV was Fractal just had these.
I don't know, isn't like Saikuno's like name like pronounced?
Bad 18. It's just Fractal
like Saikuno.
Good in comparison.
But yeah, this is the highest transition I've had.
Still 3 Tetrises available.
So
really just
not like an early, not like that early of a choke yet. I get this.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Gets the L piece for the tuck there too. Omenvoir with a $100 contribution, bringing us
but
up to 60.
At the very least, I haven't like topped out immediately, so I'm like feeling a bit better about this.
All right, that burn double means that only 2 Tetrises can be scored over here for Fractal, but we're running into a drought.
I'm worried here because I'm high up,
take another double.
So I'm setting up a large well just in case I don't get the bar, but I do get the bar.
Put him at 129. Will he burn into? Okay, yeah, he burns.
And that's a 635, so
staying safe.
Okay, that's actually pretty good.
3 transition for.
And Andy's at a 564, which is good, but I'm gonna get an early advantage here because he's burning.
A great transition for score for Andy, but just not as efficient as Fractal's 600 plus here. Now over 130,000 points ahead, 5 Tetris lead.
Yeah, and it was also scary because there was a 30-piece drought as they led into transition. And so it's very easy for both players to kind of get lured into that false sense of security.
But if I shifted the L piece more, then I could have gotten the Tetris there.
Another Tetris for Fractal.
So I think
fight back though with that Tetris.
It's just like I think this is just luck, honestly.
Hasn't done a lot of burns after transition.
Because I'm still making so many inefficient mistakes.
For Fractal.
Andy looking for something to fill in the center. Finds all the right pieces. There's a Tetris for Andy. Oh, beautiful adjustments. Another nice set of adjustments over there for Andy. Gonna get Tetris ready, but the thing is,
Fractal's not.
But I've been so efficient that like you would not
now Tetris ready again. J piece
believe.
Dependent. Doesn't get the J piece in time, and now it's starting to stack up high.
I think my Tetris rate starts going up overall.
Burns, 2 singles.
Good bar.
Going to get back in a
good Tetris, and Andy's so far behind right now.
Burning though, and Fractal has just been maintaining this level.
I'm taking deep breaths because I need it.
Still.
I take this burn.
905,000 at level 23. Andy has 749.
All right, this is a bit safe.
And there it is,
Maybe
Tetris
not
for Andy.
not great for SD
Survival
accommodation.
is
That's a bit of a
important, so
mistake.
surviving still
But
gives them a fighting
so I'm
chance.
losing a lot of pace
Fractal now
here,
having
but
to do a
it's
couple of burns.
not
Another
consequential in
Tetris
the
for Andy.
slightest.
Now only down by 100,000 points, and line counts are identical. That's 3 Tetrises separating them, but Fractal answers with a Tetris of his own. 943 to now 810. Tetris for Fractal, Tetris for Andy.
Fractal letting up just a bit.
Tetris for Andy. And Tetris for Fractal.
But yeah, they're both now.
There's the max out, level 25 for Fractal.
So,
Very
Zago,
early
Pog.
max out there for Fractal.
Ooh, this is getting scary though. Andy needs IP.
And he's so high up and he
able
lives
to use
this.
it for the Tetris, running up high, has to go for the
Wow.
double, but no more burns can be afforded. Now needs to give.
And that's just a good-
piece
that's a
over
good
left, hits
burning.
the quick tap.
And I
Still
take a
Tetris
triple,
ready.
5
Next time
Tetrises,
was
and
down by
he's
4 Tetrises,
and getting 5
Fractal's
Tetrises
running
at all
at
is hard.
5.
Yeah, Fractal hasn't let up.
And Andy notices about this time we start talking.
5 Tetrises.
There it is.
And I say I apologize to him.
27 for Fractal.
This could be some kind of.
I should have adjusted the J. That was kind of cringe. But I know that I had 3, so I'm thinking about setting up.
149.
I'm thinking about setting up, but I also choked too many 1.2s to trying to go super aggro.
Fractal. He wants every Tetris,
Wow.
and there's another one.
Fractal,
1.184.
This T was kind of crazy. I saw that it matched exactly with the garbage over here, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go for it. And then I have 3 burns, and that's
Pieces were
enough.
Maxed out too.
And it worked out perfectly.
1.5 or 1.05.
And I can't believe it.
Tetris for Fractal 1.2. And one more is still possible. Oh, wait. No way. He's going to try and
I set my PB.
Wow.
It was like a 1.24 or whatever
There's a Tetris
just
for
last
Fractal.
week.
258. There's
Andy.
nothing Andy can do.
Hold on. Andy is still going. Needs to try
He
and
goes
get
for the
something
Tetris, but
over.
it's-
Can't hit the quick tap. Game 1 goes to Fractal with 1,258,000.
And by this point, everybody thinks I've won. I think I've won. I really shouldn't have. I think that was the mistake because it starts to spiral in the other direction. But that is a world record. It is the highest score for sure in a live competition. The highest score in a tournament, I will say. And there's only one scorer, I believe, that is known to be higher in the head-to-head, and that was a friendly. That was like a Kingsman show match, pretty much. Nipsky rated me. And I think everyone here, everyone who's left, like, forgot to turn off their stream or whatever. And it's crazy. And I'm feeling so good, and this is like where I want to be, like in my head, in my headspace.
That is Fractal's new PB. And a comp record.
Comp record.
His
People
prior
so
PB
loud,
was
it's crazy.
1.245. Or the world record was 1.245. That is ridiculous.
10K short of combined score world record.
Before your eyes.
Crazy.
Just the sheer.
So we take some time to recover.
Another Tetris for Andy.
And now
further into
it is
the
much
real-time
closer, and
lead.
Andy has the advantage this time.
But Fractal does have the pace advantage.
But Fractal does have the pace
Tetris for
advantage.
Fractal taking the lead back from Andy, as Andy potentially going to set up here for a column 5.
I don't remember what happens
Knocks
here.
it down in the lead.
I'm gonna skip.
Andy needs to get into the true lead.
But yeah, it's where I'm behind, so I can,
They're
in
at
theory, like
really
sort of catch up on him.
lines apart, so
Okay, I have a good
that's
last second
finally a
adjustment,
true
but no
lead for
wall
Andy,
charge.
Pulling in with 822 at 180 lines, level 24. So getting into max
One
out
thing, I
range
think my
here.
screen looking was much worse
There's
this
a
year
Tetris
than
for
before,
Fractal,
and
goes up to
that's
838.
it did play a role.
So all it takes is just one dig to kind of like turn the momentum, because now
Yeah.
it is a very close game.
Both players super
That's a
efficient.
slow tap. You can see my hands vibrates, but
868
it's
to now
slow though.
889.
That's
Andy continuing to play clean, getting Tetris ready, making sure that that left is
Anyone
under
can do that.
control.
That's a blunder.
S flat over there from Fractal knocks in a Tetris, but now has a long bar dependency to contend
Do
with.
I
Or
get
might
the
convert it into
center?
a well.
No.
No, he's just gonna burn it down.
But now because I burned 5 lines and Andy didn't.
Be what Pixel Andy needs there to get
That's a half Tetris
Another
to him.
Tetris ahead.
But Fractal's going to buy back with a Tetris of his own. And Fractal's still behind by 4 lines, so still has a Tetris more and change. But of course, there is some 29.
But I need my stack because he's stacking so good right now.
Tetris for Fractal, 975 to now 989. 1 Tetris away from the max. There's the max for Andy in level 27.
And I hear that Andy has the max. Taking all this into account.
There's the max for Fractal, double max out.
I adjust the T.
1,026,000.
Fractal really.
And it's a double max out once again.
Knows the situation.
You see that? That was the blunder. I should... either burn would have been better. I think taking the double would have been nice. I still would have been Tetris ready, but... this cost me.
Both.
Especially because I go for the lower one like a fool. I didn't need to do this. I had so much runway.
Players actually having to do this.
Fractal getting up high, though. That left side is
very uncomfortable. Like Andy is not that ahead of me, but I'm still high up, and now I get into the same drought that he weathered.
Where's the Nothing to burn. Needs the long bar. Can't get it over, and Andy ties it up 1-1 with a 1.1.
That's still going.
And like, I don't know if I actually could have played the ending the same way.
Trying to get. Waiting on this eyepiece, another drought.
Yeah, okay, that's yeah, this is the big drought.
Wow.
So
27 drought, but 1.1.
No, the issue was not with the T placement. It was with this right here. This can burn. I don't know. I made a mistake, pretty much.
Knows the situation.
Yeah, I don't know because my board is because I do get the O fill here, so that's fine. That's less fine, but I'm like panicking. So honestly, maybe it was this L that really killed it, but I just think I need to keep it open. I need to keep it open. I need to keep it open at all costs. And really, the only the one that would let me keep it open is this because I could see if it's not a bar, then I can take this and then I can adjust. For the other ones, it's less likely.
The situation.
But yeah, if I had had a better sense of when the bars would come, I don't think I've ever been great at this. Then I would know to this is the droughts.
Still getting up high though. That left side is very uncomfortable.
But also Andy is so far ahead of me on lines that it becomes harder to trick. Is it winnable with the 27 drought? That's actually my advantage. Because even here. Let's see what Andy does. So he only gets a couple of
1,010,000, 1,026,000.
So maybe not actually. It was really close, but
knows the situation. Both players actually having to do this.
Fractal getting up high though. That left side is very
uncomfortable. Andy gets one, but then he gets another. So if I was able to stay a little higher, then I could get an extra Tetris on Andy later. But it is a lot closer than I gave it credit for. And then, yeah, with the droughts, it's questionable. So now it's tied. And I'm nervous. I'm so nervous. This is the first time... I first experienced this with Sharky, but then later this one. My hands were shaking while I was holding onto the controller, and I can feel them. And then mechanics are just so serious, and I'm behind.
So far. Andy having to take some burns, just didn't have a spot.
And that's not good, because Andy doesn't make that many mistakes, so it's...
Classic Tetris is trying to have accommodation for as many pieces as possible, and then when RNG decides to give you the one piece that you don't have clean accommodation for, trying to figure out what's the best way to place that piece.
Like, this is one of the differences, I think, that's not easily captured by the current statistics we have.
Are going to have to start burning soon.
People, it is, I think, more common for people to get large leads on me.
And great timing. 400,000.
Because I make
Fractal,
mistakes.
441 for Andy. And Fractal going to be able to use this opportunity that Andy's...
But now, because Andy had that situation, which was just like a square at the wrong time, he put it all the way to the left. That's like an Andy classic, I think.
He was ahead by a couple of Tetrises, but no longer. We are neck and neck.
But he's still ahead by a Tetris, and I think I'm aware of this.
A couple more burns being forced over here. We are separated by a single...
I don't know about that, but it's fine.
Oh, this is, both players were so much...
And now it's literally tied. I don't know what... He was too high up, I guess, and decided to burn.
Couple more burns.
And yeah, he definitely could have played
there for a second.
Played a bit more aggro there. That didn't seem that high.
Both
but he's nervous too.
So much momentum. We're gonna see them.
He is absolutely feeling it.
He's pushing down to avoid the tie.
Wow.
I take the skim there. I don't know if I need it.
Going to be a
I get the J adjust. The J adjust.
Score here, but the fact that they're so competitive with each other, their scores are probably.
And then I missed. I'm not happy with that. I'm stressing out.
Right when the eyepiece came, so Andy is going to be able to take a one Tetris advantage as he transitions with 541. Fractal, on the other hand, will transition also at 543. 300 or 200 points is what separates us right now, but Andy.
I wanted to keep it flat, and that works out so well.
Long bar. You'll be with $50 contribution. Thank you.
I hit a quick tap, but that's like an easy one. So
for Fractal.
Yeah, neck and neck. We go through level.
I have the advantage at this point.
Here we go.
I adjust the wrong way, but it gets an adjustment anyways.
One step away.
What kind of moves are aggro? Basically anything that. So there is kind of two ways to go about it. One is that your board overall becomes higher. All right. Two, you can make the board like a normal, like a somewhat more normal height, but the right side is built up, and that means you have less options. And then another one, you can deliberately like make a section of your stack like heavily dependent on one piece, and it's not necessarily the worst decision because it can make the rest of the stack so good that you can afford to wait.
Fractal. 1 or 2 Minos shy being able to score the Tetris is now Tetris ready and knocks one down.
But yeah,
619
and now I know we're even, so
Andy having taken
I know what
double
to do.
there. Now Fractal with the Tetris and a half lead. That's just a couple of line burns, and that's what the result is.
But now Andy's now in a consistent
flat bar burn.
Fractal actually had to take a flat eyepiece burn. Was 1 Minos shy being Tetris ready, so Andy knocks down a Tetris.
And I know I'm fine because
they're going into the lead. 662. Fractal lost dash on long bar, but another eyepiece comes.
That was scary. That was scary. I genuinely lost dash.
Fourth here.
Very tricky, jagged
formation
for both players. Fractal was
able
to clean it up,
but I'm able to stay clean.
Gonna have to take the triple and now bring the stack down. And that just means it's a perfect opportunity for Fractal. Good delay burns set up for both.
So let's see what happened to Andy.
Yeah, the lead shift is just going back and forth.
So why does he? Okay, he gets that. Doesn't go for anything because he can. So now he's still that's weird. That's a mistake for him. Oh, that's so close on this quick tap.
Tricky.
I didn't realize that's actually
for both players. Fractal was able to clean it up, but Andy now in trouble. Gonna have to take the
I did the same thing. I did the same move, but it was a little better.
That just means it's a perfect opportunity for Fractal. Good delay burns set up for Andy.
Nice.
Fractal looking for this eyepiece. Goes for the triple.
All right, I get the J over there because I know that I can burn if I can get that over.
679.
And he had to do a lot of frame perfect maneuvers to get that to work out there.
They weren't frame perfect, but they were precise.
He's gonna knock down a Tetris. A T-spin
and
is set up.
yeah, he blunders in the same way that I do. So
T-spin is hit.
Nails it. Not easy
now,
to do.
yeah, we're kind of
To
even.
do some burning. Hits a crucial quick tap. Missing that would have been game over.
But this is just kind of hard for both of us at this point. So.
And now we're separated by less than a half a Tetris. Andy is Tetris ready. Fractal still trying to get into his scoring position.
But I miss.
But massive O-burst. Both players in trouble now. Fractal still with the lead.
But I can tuck things in.
Eyepiece. Trying to hold out for it. Fractal brings the stack all the way down to the bottom. Andy gets the eyepiece. Does a flat delay burn. Very smart.
Wow.
And he is surviving this. I don't know how. I missed the square. That was pretty bad, but it's.
Needs a L piece. Eyepiece comes. Would love another eyepiece.
And he gets the bar at the end.
Going into the lead,
but he has no way to score. And he's not going to have any way to score for a while. So if I can get a couple Tetrises in this moment in time, I will get an advantage, and I get one. But I need another to like really start locking it in. I get this. I see this burn. It is rare that it works out, but it worked out there. And now I am clean at the same time that he does, and I have the advantage.
Do it in column 3.
But we're in another drought here.
Gets a low bar. Boom. Tetris for Andy. 814.
But now I realize, oh no, I covered my well. I can't use that bar.
There's a Tetris for Fractal.
But I'm still ahead.
62. Tuck for Andy. Knocks down another Tetris. 852.
Neck and neck.
He has to go for it.
And this is too close for me because I know that he can play.
Nice adjustment.
He can play kill screen.
Going to opt for the column 5 setup for the kill screen Tetris. And oh no, that hang. But hold on, there still might be a chance if he could get pieces over. And not going to be enough. 889 is Andy's final
It would have been. It would not have worked out anyways.
Game number 3. It is one game away.
I try and do this, but I'm bad.
Again.
What a finish.
And I get a 900.
looked like he had that triple set up at the end too, but just couldn't
One
get
more
it
game.
set up
One
to,
more game.
to clear.
One more game, and I've won it. I've won it again, and I really want this win.
To the left to continue
You
building
cannot
up for the
believe.
extra Tetris, and even then would still have to get a tremendous amount.
Did I
of
think I
level
had? No,
29
no.
plate in
I had
order to
forgotten.
Encompass.
I had forgotten the first game by this point.
Just don't cooperate.
Right.
Because of approval.
And I know I'm behind right now. I think that contributes a bit to my stress. So let's take a look at this.
5:02.
This one's gonna be quick. I want to end stream in a little bit.
Andy's still with one more Tetris for level.
All right, that
19.
was nice. I remember feeling.
Good.
And that was a good flip.
And Tetris ready as well. The question is that eyepiece going to come? Does have an overhang. Commits to the tuck.
Yep.
And there it is.
All right,
Tetris
that's
for Andy
good.
transitioning at 5:55.
And now
Getting another long
this is
bar
all
right
this is all
after
actually
the
really good
scoring.
stacking.
Maintaining this 2 Tetris
That
lead.
I don't want to create this ridge, but
Might have been there
because
since the beginning.
I wait,
Spiral here
it
for
becomes a
Fractal.
super
Scary.
awkward time.
Hits the quick tap, but now that right side is a huge concern.
And then
It's actually scary. Hits the quick tap.
look at this. Look
Now
at
that
this.
right side.
This is the frame perfect misdrop. So we are going to look at this T-piece. And then right at the end, I pressed the other direction. I needed the wall charge in order to survive.
Oh.
And if I did that, then the S would have gotten over, then the L would have gotten over. And let's watch Andy's to see if I get the bar.
And Fractal
no,
is actually
that's
going to
not
top
survivable.
out. And ladies and gentlemen,
The,
we are going to a decider.
Oh, we're in the piece sequence. Oh no, we can't sell. But that's a 30-piece droughts. All right, half of all games do not get that. Do not have that. So I didn't realize that I got the bar. Or that I got the L. Then I would have had a chance. So like it was so aggressive, but I could have gotten out if my mechanics were better. But I know I can win in a game 5. I expect to win everything in a sweep anyways, so.
Into a dependency, yeah. There's half Tetrises now.
This is
Biggest
bad.
of the round
But I
so
start
far.
out and I'm down. And this is
Now
bad.
Fractal's back
I'm
down to the
sweating.
bottom, so it's another.
But Andy makes this hole. I think I can begin to make some headway there.
2 Tetrises now, but
And now for whatever reason, I guess.
into the Tetris.
How did it
Now
catch up?
almost 3 Tetrises ahead as
He
we
had
cross over the 100
this.
line mark. The turn.
And now suddenly it's close.
Very contested here. Simul Tetris. Very tricky center.
And it
over
gets
for Fractal.
so
He's looking
quiet
for ways
in these
to
last
potentially
games.
Resolve it in an ideal fashion.
That was nice.
The pieces were just not.
But
friendly,
Andy can get a
but I like the way
Tetris,
that
and I
he
can't.
did fix up that. This is it, the final now for Fractal.
Oh no, I'm
576.
gonna
Andy
tilt
with one
so
last
hard in a
Tetris
bit.
can't get his 600K transition.
But obstacle for the single instead.
577, and I see that.
577 and now 540. Andy has the lead at the first half of the game.
Does get the Tetris right after transition though. So in 600K.
Fractal now following suit, looking for the L or the J. Gets an eyepiece, beautiful flat burn, reopens up the well. Andy's been having to deal with some issues.
But
eyepiece.
600K.
What did Andy do here?
Fractal now following suit, looking for the L or the J. Gets an
Oh
eyepiece.
no! Why would you do that, Andy? You put the S in here, then it burns nicely, and then you have this all this accessible. But
beautiful flat burn.
Because he does that.
And he's been having to deal with some issues. So Fractal knocks down a Tetris. And
Now
closes the
I'm
gap
back
to
in
now
it.
Just under a Tetris.
And I know
Nice
I know it. I
adjustment
see his
for
stack.
Fractal,
I
but a
see the hole, but I misdrop here.
Gonna go for some flat placements.
Yeah, Andy
needs to hit this T-spin.
But like,
Very
look at that!
beautiful
Look
double
at
flip
how
and a Tetris,
look at how I
bringing
prepared
Fractal
for
to the
that.
lead. Now both players are cleaning up, so now it's a big question: who gets?
I think I audibly say there's no way at some point
Okay.
around here because I
Andy
see that we're that
commits to
close.
the triple. So now we are still in this.
I missed an adjustment
Both players with
there.
The board's clean. There it is.
Okay.
Tetris for Andy.
Yeah, right there.
Just barely in the lead. We are neck and neck now.
And
into the 19 speed.
can you tell who's ahead right now?
Beautiful flat burns over here from Andy. Still needs that eyepiece to fill in that dependency. And
But now it is me.
Gets it filled, but Fractal has taken the lead.
This is game 5.
Andy reopens
There
up
is
the ball,
only
Torino
a few
shot,
minutes
being
left.
Tetris ready. Needs something to fill in that column 4, column 5. Fractal is Tetris ready. Knocks down a Tetris. One Tetris further in the lead, but no, Andy brings it right back. One Tetris is what separates us.
I miss an OJ there. I keep missing those.
Fractal also Tetris
My
ready.
stacking is slipping.
So this is gonna go down to the wire.
Ooh, Andy's gonna try and set
And
up
I
the delay
see
burn.
that
Gets
I
the
see there's a
eyepiece,
mistake
but
right
now
there.
There's various holes that Andy's gonna have to deal with, but he might have.
This okay. Then this is where it all starts to fall apart. All right, I'm keeping pace with them.
But now
I see he has a situation, but
he's gonna have to deal with.
I make one that's far worse. I thought this was okay. It goes here 100% of the time.
But he might be cooking up a great solution. Would love.
And then this is really where it gets sealed. Where does the J go? Obviously the J goes here. It's the only place that fits. You just wait for the bar. But I think for some reason I was not thinking straight. I could not think straight. Not at that point in time. It's so hard. And it is so easy to just like look at this and say, oh, why can't you just make the correct move? And I can't explain it because it should just be that easy, but I try and do something that's smarter. At least in my head it's smarter, and I pay the price for it.
An SP.
And I do this. All right, if this was one lower, it would burn beautifully. It would be one of the... nobody else does this burn. I thought I had to do this. It is my thing.
Here finds that SP's that.
Watch this hole. It will stay here for the rest of the game.
It opens up that well.
Very good.
Nice quick tap and the Tetris for Andy into the lead as Fractal is now in a bit of trouble. Not going to try and go for the tug. He's in trouble. Able to burn down a triple.
That's crazy.
Nice double. Still trying to keep things alive as Andy has now solidified a one Tetris lead. Nice quick tap over there for Fractal.
Andy's clean.
And I'm about to get clean, and this is one high. I can deal with this. I can get Tetris ready. But Andy gets the Tetris with the bars that I just missed.
Fractal Tetris ready. Needs this eyepiece.
And it's not. I don't know what happened there.
But now the board is in disarray.
Needs to clean up. Boom, Tetris for Andy. Tetris and a half ahead.
And these
so I guess pseudo secret grade. This is just so unfortunate, man.
And he knocks out another Tetris.
And Andy's clean. He doesn't have to deal with any of this because he didn't get into my situation. Because he didn't need to deal with it.
Fractal, and he might have to go for it.
Because he figured out how to avoid it.
Go for it.
I go for it.
Finds the dirty Tetris,
but I have to stack so much above that hole that it commits. Keep watching this hole. Notice it was there from the beginning. It's level 24.
There's very little room for error. Nice
and
quick up there for Fractal.
At this point, I have lost. But I have to stack up. But if I can stack up and get Tetris's there, he can stack up and get Tetris's on his board.
Fractal putting out for the next eyepiece. J piece to pin is going to fill it in with the Z piece.
Andy is Tetris ready, waiting for the long
and
bar.
I'm not going to get it.
But nothing, the eyepiece is not coming.
Taking a triple.
Where's the eyepiece? We are in a drought. This is the decider. There it is. Tetris for Fractal.
Andy opening it back up. And boom, Tetris for Andy. 971, about to max out.
That could be the dagger. Could this be it?
And then
a couple missed shots for Fractal.
Fractal is not in position.
And after a year's worth of coming second in every single dagger.
Actually, I wanna go back. Look at this guy. This makes me quite happy.
Opening it back up.
Look at him.
Boom, Tetris for Andy. 971, about to
Look
max
at that.
out.
That could be the
That's
dagger.
just cool.
Could this be it?
Tetris for Andy.
Couple missed shots for Fractal.
That is just cool.
Is not in position.
And after a year's worth of
and he just takes the singles.
Every single in-person tournament, Andy takes Game 5 of the Jonas Cup.
We have a new Jonas Cup champion. It is.
And he breaks the curse.
Andy.
Yeah. Hungrybox now, like, figuring it out on Genesis. That was crazy, because he started playing better, too. It was also, like, to insert myself and everything, of course. This was also how I reacted. Both when I was playing Dog and when I was playing Scooty. So I understand the feeling. It is incredible. Knowing that, like, you don't have to finish it out all the way to the end, that you've already locked it down. It is a wonderful thing to experience. But yeah, it's no mistake that I made past this point mattered. And that is what, like 60 lines before the end? That's 50 lines before the end, pretty much. All right, this. There was one where I was trying to like screen look the bar timings, and I had it down, but then I realized that like I had covered the well too early, and so I knew that I would miss the bar, and then I missed the bar, and that cost me I think more than a little bit of pace. There is this. There is like whatever this was, like this misshift.
Tetris and closes the gap to now just under a.
There's the quick tap that I missed in game 2, I think. No, not game 2, game 4. No, it was game 2. It was game 2. The quick tap I missed in game 2. The miss shifts, like the frame perfect miss drop in game 4. JU234. Yeah, I mean, you see that, but like, oh, I can't believe this is one of the thumbnails. Yeah, you can actually, I think, see at some points.
And now
yeah. There's some cooldown.
When you had to match up was definitely.
This kid asked me to sign his wall. Look at my hands.
Being the one to go the distance.
Look at my hands. I am
players.
not.
I can't wait to see what the future holds for them. We are going to be seeing a lot
I'm not making
more
this up.
Fractal and Pixel Andy.
Look.
This rivalry, you know. Yeah, as Zero said, this rivalry, you know.
Like I try to suppress it, and then it came back.
Zero said, let's go.
I think people misinterpreted my final speech at the end. All right, because I was talking about being, like the wording that I like meant to say was to be like up there in front of the crowds, and I was thinking specifically for finals. Because I do love going to the events, going to see people. It is so completely different than anything else that can exist in reality. But then that's also why like I love like competing. Or actually, no, I can't even say that. I don't like competing. But I like being up there. And that might have been the last time. It would have been cool. It would have been cool to be a win. So I'm sure everyone's wondering, what is Fractal doing now? And for once in my life, I think I actually have a plan. I still have to play in Mega Dasters. We'll see how that goes. I might be able to win. I might even practice for it. I kind of want to grind for a DAS 1.3, but I don't need to. That'll inevitably happen if I play for like another couple of years. This entire sequence, like maybe, yeah, the 20 minutes from here until the end of game 1. Some of the best I've ever felt. It is kind of strange to me that Like, I feel at times more introverted than anybody else, and yet I think I'm the only one who genuinely enjoys, like, being, like, so visible and, like, doing shit like this. Maybe it's not strange at all. Maybe it's just how my brain is. And we can go in and out of the chapters. Yeah. No, I think he watches it in live, and then he just like has a like separate sheet. But the theatrics are fun, yeah. I've struggled a while with wondering like if they were authentic. Not just like the promos or whatever, but like how I am around other people, specifically at Tetris events. And half the time I think about this, I conclude it as good. Half the time I think it is bad. But I do know I was enjoying myself here. Because Andy and I, we both talked about playing each other in the finals. And I said it wouldn't happen because I couldn't believe everything could go right to make it happen. And then he was like, dude, you better not screw up in qualifiers. And then I screwed up in qualifiers and like barely didn't play him. So, yeah. But just like imagine how different it could have been. Imagine everything that had to go right. Like I did not, like if we go back to here, the promo did not exist at this point. If you go to like here, the promo did not exist. And the idea for it happened like around here. And then how can this happen too? $942, that's it? And I ended up with a 1.25. Oh, I'm kind of good. Okay. But there is much that I take for granted. And that I really shouldn't, because in many ways it's like actually disrespectful. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, there we go.
Gets better. You know.
And weekends like this are nice for remembering that. Oh, I went on a crazy tangent, didn't I? So I play for Mega Dasters. I'll try and put up some 1.3 attempts.
He wants every Tetris, and there's another one. 1.184.
Along the way.
Andy maxed out too.
1.5 or 1.05.
Like, oh my god.
There it is, another Tetris for Fractal. 1.2. And one more is still possible. Oh, wait. No way.
Why is it that this happens to me?
Wow. Boom!
There's a Tetris for Fractal.
1258. There's nothing Andy can do.
Hold on, Andy is still going.
But yeah, after I either win or get knocked out of Dasters, we stop playing comp. And then we go 100% all in on the Das color grind. And I will see it to the end. I excel when I go for achievements no one else even knows are possible. And I do believe like this is the only thing I can do. Because it's the only thing, because only I will put in the time. And you know what? You want to know something? I have statistics. I tried this many months ago. I have a spreadsheet. Every single game. 293 of them over 4 sessions. I've already spent 8 hours on this. We can take a look at the stats. I have Every single one. All right, I have timestamps for every single game that I've played. Why don't I have them for the original? Oh, because I haven't gone and done them yet. That's funny. And you know what? There is no chance. I do not have a chance. I've used them to estimate the probability of success. Look at these. The absolute best shot I have. Not even 1 in a million. But you want to know something? The numbers fucking lie. My PB is 392. I got this on the very first day of the grind. All right, if you take this chance, if you take my average, like, what is the probability of getting the PB? I don't think it's that large. All right, and actually, let's figure this out. So the best, my best ever average of 20 was a 94.35. And actually, that's okay. That's not too unlikely. Well, it's still like what, 4 times? That's like 1 in 100. Okay, no, that's chill. You're not here in July. Yes, this was PAL. But yeah, the first day I was back, my averages were like in like the 40s and 50s. And what I got was like the equivalent, basically the equivalent of 1/3 to the 10th. This much, this one, like 0.001% chance of getting something that good on the first day. And this is what I meant. This is what I have known ever since I started taking stats on these kinds of things. You cannot treat them as law. And this is what every statistician knows. You cannot treat them as law because they can't capture everything. I don't know if it's possible. I do not know. I have not even gotten 400 lines. Look at these numbers. Look at how far it tapers from 0 to 100. And then from 35 to 12 and 12 to 3. Imagine how high this is going to get in order to reach here. But imagine how close I will be able to get. I swear I had the world record on here somewhere, but I forgot what it was. How long have I been thinking about this? This was the first day of my attempts. And then I took a break because everything wants me to play NTSC. And this is the thing. This is beta testers can get it easy. Yeah. It's not hard for AI. But like I can play comp, but then I can't spend time on this because switching is such a pain. We seeing you at that. Not in Paldas, no. But then again, like Paldas is I don't want to play in Paldas tournaments. I want to grind lines. All right, I did quit because I was getting a bit burnt out of it. And I don't want to start it now because I have Dasters. Yeah, check this out. I have this so automated, by the way. So if I okay, let's say I were to say I get like 200 lines right now. So what I would do instead, so now this gives me if I have the start time of the YouTube VOD, then I could use that, and then that gives me an approximate timestamp for my next run, which maybe that's 20 lines. And then you see it gets updated right there. So the consequence of this is that I didn't have this implemented for the first 2 games. But if you go to my list of all games and you want to take a look, let's see, what's the best run that I had? 361, right here. In a row today without any. Take a little bit of a break. And this is a game that has 361 lines. Like, isn't that kind of cool? And let's see how this ends. Oh man, these take. So the tricky part is that once I start getting consistent, the games will start taking a very long time. And you can only get like so many frame perfect wall charges, so you got to learn how to go without them. That's a quick tap. Quick taps are hard. Everything is different with PAL. Quick tap this? No. Is it? I thought you couldn't. I guess, yeah, but it's like a weird comparison. Oh yeah, okay, that was it. And then, okay, that I handle well. And then this, okay, whatever.
Just barely not PB. Okay, not bad, not bad.
Yeah. So that's the plan. Oh, the other thing, speaking of which, I was also doing this during Jonas Cup. Twitch.tv/Taiko Frontier. We are reacting to this. Let's see if I can find it. Let's go!
My mouse has died. C24. GG, well played.
I was busy destroying this team.
But it's okay. I think he will be trading now. And we go right into a speed of stream, and it catches Fractal just a tiny bit. It does seem like he's very, very confident on this. Both players bleeding at just the tiniest amount. The score lead is extremely close and tied up at this point.
Yeah. No, but I won on free mod.
Into the slower part of the map and into another acceleration stream that both players are just so confident at. I think he will be bleeding a lot more rack in this section. It seems like he's maybe nervous, I'm not too sure. I mean, he's got his tournament life on the line. This is a loser bracket match, and the loser will be eliminated from the tournament. Just a little bit of a break so both players can see how the others are doing and get nervous themselves. Is very nice. I think he is only 6 100s behind, so any miss or any slip up in act from Fractal side could do him quite well. But we're going right back in. There's only basically a quarter of the map left. There's not many nuts at all. I think he will be bleeding so much act on the Kiais. Both in the ninja spinner, which I think a few people have been caught out by that. I'm not too sure. But right into the end, there's not much map left at all. I don't even think missing all of these nuts could help Batman at this point. And with the final two notes, you will have your winners of
I think he had really good UR throughout the entire thing, though. I think he was actually better than mine, even. Yeah, this was unfortunate.
And both players beautifully hitting the 1-6 section, tying up their scores through 100s apiece right into the last quarter of the map. I think he's falling a little bit behind on Act, but it's not by much at all, and it really could go either way.
Seeing momentum.
Another couple 1-6 patterns in here. Both players absolutely flawlessly hitting it. And that 1-100 lead is just... It's not even enough. I think he missed some finishes, actually. I am so sorry that I did not see that. Even with the better rack, it's just not enough.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
And very good URs from both players too. He's going to go all the way back down and flip over the fractal side. He just needs to hold on through the finisher section.
Okay, I'm done trolling.
And they both do, just about, and that's the end.
But yeah, we had a lot of good victories over this weekend. So yeah, that was Jonas Cup. And then we went to the after party, and there was Crunch. And Crunch was fun. Okay, so now I'm gonna... I think we should raid somebody, right? I gotta go to work tomorrow, and... is there anyone playing Tetris? That's Tetris 24/7. Ninja of Ninjas with the Stack Rabbits. But oh, this guy just went offline. That's chill. Niski rated me, cat. This guy is number 4. I'm kind of curious. Okay. Red Bull. Oh. That's kind of cool. Yeah. You know what? Let's do this. Alright, thanks everyone for stopping by. Hope you enjoyed Niski's stream. Hopefully mine was entertaining enough. Jonas Cup was a really good time. Oh, he gets the bar. And yeah, take care.